Move, minimize.
Here we go. More like air we go, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait until get some people joining.
Boop, boop, boop. Ooh. Whew. Big day. I have a tea with 2 bags to try to keep me up tonight.
Tea with 2 bags.
I'm double bagging it.
You're double bagging it. You sound like me. I double bag it every day, if you know what I mean.
Lucky bat. Wait. Oh. I had a weird thing. One of the SD cards today. So I formatted everything, or I put it in the camera. I accidentally put the 64 in the M50 and recorded something like whatever, who cares? And then I put the send disk into the T2i, and it would not record anything to it. It would just instantly turn off. And so I'm like, well, let me try the computer format thing. What the hell? And so I threw it in the computer, and it was all going good. And then I hit format, and then it said like error, and then it disconnected the SD card from the computer. And so I thought, well, that's weird. And so I plugged the SD card back into the computer, and it was like unable to read device.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I've just been recording everything on the 64, but yeah, really weird.
Huh.
It's weird that because I put it in the camera, it doesn't usually go in, and that seemed to ruin everything.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very weird.
It could be the adapter is finicky.
Why'd you break the card?
Exactly. I do want to get a new card just to see if because everything wrong with the T2Is, even though they always do it, it's supposed to be a card malfunction. ML, tell me you saw the Black Templar tease today. I did not see it, but Chapter Master Valric showed me what I missed, and it is neat. It looks like I had heard there's going to be Black Templar, and now I have continued to hear there's going to be Black Templar. I suppose it's a little more official now, but yeah.
What happened? I don't know anything about
that. On the live stream or whatever, they teased, they had an artwork of Black Templar, so they're probably going to be releasing some Black Templar stuff sometime this year. Probably late this year.
Interesting.
And that's it. But I don't know, why did they release so much stuff today?
Yeah.
Like, why not parcel it out a little?
Yeah. Yeah, that was very odd.
Yeah. Because, like, I'm a little bit... Some stuff overshadowed stuff I would otherwise be incredibly hyped for.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What was the lamest thing you think they released today?
Oh, God. I mean, a lot of it was really cool.
All of it was cool, but what's the lamest of the cool?
I didn't look that hard, but the orc gun on a cart.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
I didn't love that one either.
I looked at it for like a minute, but it looked very fantasy to me.
Yeah. I think so what I was thinking today was, I'm like, yeah, all this is really cool, but I can't wait until real people paint it, because I think they did a weird job
it could have been
everything.
Like that. There's bright yellow and red everywhere, and it kind of breaks up the silhouette a lot.
The white is so perfect.
Yeah. Oh, the great white squig.
Yeah.
I want that model. I want them all so bad.
Yeah, that model's pretty sick.
There's exhaust just coming out of the side of its body.
Yeah.
Is there a combustion reaction happening inside of the squig?
I hope so. But like, I'm looking at this. Exactly. I'm looking at this, and I can't wait to wait. I can't wait to see other people do stuff. Cause
yeah.
I feel like the paint job does not do the model justice. Like, it's way better than anything I could do, but I can imagine what other people are gonna do to this. That's insane.
Yeah. I love the look of the commandos that are gonna come in the kill team thing.
Yeah.
All of them are so cool, and the Krieg are cool. Although a little, chat. Let me know what you guys think. Did the Krieg look a little heavy, like a little fat, compared to the resin Krieg you can get? I felt like they looked a little chunky.
I see what you're talking about now. Their legs, they got some thick thighs.
Mm-hmm. And
Kinda.
their torsos are kind of fat.
They're a little bit more. I feel like they're a little bit more pear-shaped.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to be an elite choice for the guard. Like if you want, you can bring some elite Krieg guardsmen for your regular guard army. I could see them doing something like that if they're not going to commit to doing a whole army. I guess though, if you have a Krieg infantry box, you could buy like the Krieg captains and stuff from Forge World, and that would still save you a buttload of money.
I just realized that we're in Square. We're
yeah.
in the live stream in Square.
Where's the camera?
Are you fat shaming Jay?
It's just they look a little different.
Oh no. Chicky Nugs, I'm excited for the Goober video talking about how he got a free Kill Team 3.0 box and only had 2 months to make a vid for it.
Jay, what's your favorite hentai? I don't know, but I'm really excited for the new season of Beastars coming out soon.
You heard it here, folks.
Flim with the dude, how much you reckon the new starter set's gonna be? I don't know. Like, I think the old one was 160 or 170, so hopefully that. But I could totally believe it's gonna be more, like 200. I mean, it comes with kind of a lot of terrain.
Yeah. And that's the terrain that they already have, right?
I don't know. I don't think you can get that terrain.
It looks like it's just the orc terrain that they already have.
I didn't know there was. I mean, I know there's called like the mech shop, which is like 3 pieces. But I thought it was new orc terrain. Chicken Nugs. Compared to the Forge World Krieg, they look bigger. On the soldiers, they actually look closer to the STL Kriegs that have been available out there. Which that makes me wonder if these are supposed to be elite guard, and that's why they made them a little chunky. Is so that they kind of look the part of tougher guardsmen. Chicky Nugs. Heard it here, Jay's a furry. Flim of the dude. Is it going to be limited release? It is, unfortunately. Yeah. So this is not going to be the new Kill Team starter set. It is a new Kill Team starter set.
It is different. It just looks exactly like the other one because it's the exact same colors. I was like, oh, they're just reusing the same shit.
No, they made new the same shit.
Yeah, it is.
I like it. It's interesting terrain. Jake Dog, how much in Australian monies? $25 billion.
I find it really rude that it seems like Games Workshop, so they'll release a box set like this, right? And they'll have a book, their core rulebook or whatever, and they never put the orc in the core rulebook. They always put the other faction. That always
the Imperial faction.
That always bothers me. They did that. It's the same thing with Dominion. It's the ladies on the front, not the killer boss. And I think that's racist.
Monetier, they call them veterans, so I wonder if they're going to come with just regular troops for Death Corp of Krieg. I think in the box, you can build them as 10 guys with las guns. So you can build them as perfectly normal Krieg, or you can build them as special weapon units and characters and stuff for Kill Team. Gazgul Thraka, what's up, lads? Gaz must be pretty happy today.
Probably.
Holy cow, that's strong.
It's some strong tea.
That is.
Jeez, are you gonna be able to go to bed?
No, I could drink this straight down and close my eyes and be asleep.
I'm sure that's good.
Chicken Nugs, to add to my thoughts, as a Kill Team fan, I think Kill Team would be a great way to just start tossing in all the other guard regiments, just make them all elites that can be added to the Stockadians. That'd be kind of neat. It does seem like, even though these kits are, it's elites, or it's veteran guardsmen and orc commandos, it does seem like they're tailor-made for Kill Team. Because it seems like each faction has a medic, a zealot, a gunner.
Yeah.
So it does seem like they're dual purpose. They're they're good for regular 40k and actually good for kill team.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz. The core 40k book is Abaddon and Gilliman, 2 humans. What a bunch of fucking racists.
I know.
Speciesists.
Mm-hmm.
Fo, do you guys use Krylon spray for Black Prime? The shop around me are sold out of the Black GW primer. Black GW primer is a scam. I liked Rust-Oleum primer when I was priming with the rattle can. Now I use airbrush for everything. But I like Rust-Oleum. I'm sure Krylon is fine. Mm-hmm. Especially if have they switched back to the old nozzles? Because for a while, Krylon cans had that, like, flat line spray that was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Scapbot Productions just finished a command squad for my Blood Ravens. Neat. Jake Dog, where's Chaos Codex? Blood for the Blood Dog. Wow, is there no Chaos Codex? Man, they are really, really dripping out those codexes.
Yeah.
Chaos are like the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kipper66, why am I supposed to leave a dislike? Whoa, getting it out of the way early.
Yeah, well, because you're supposed to leave a dislike, that's why.
Mm-hmm. It's your duty.
Mm-hmm. I always think it's funny that every once in a while we'll get comments on the stream after the fact, like after it's uploaded and stuff, and we'll get that question.
Mm-hmm.
Why should we leave a dislike? And I think that's very fun.
My wall is going to be like the Ridge wallet after these releases. Oh yeah, super thin and made of metal. TK's Ready to Prince. Remember, folks, show some love and support and hit that thumbs down. We love them. If you're new to the channel, join the Motley Crew and hit the subscribe. We also have a Patreon and Discord channel. Yes, Mecha. I think once I'm done with my Tau drones, I might get a Far Sight and try a Zenithal highlight with my new airbrush. Ooh, neat. What airbrush? Omnius Mecha. NordVPN. I'm painting Blood Angels. You got any tips? Red.
Red. Yeah. Nailed it.
Guess with Raka, the fucking blends are on point, dude. Use water to thin or some other shit. Water. Just water.
Yeah. That's a very bright mini.
Mm-hmm. Man, that was so funny with the orc video when they're like, we also have the Defcoptas, which we forgot how to make since Blackreach.
Yep.
Holy cow!
I laughed out loud when they said that. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Games Workshop gets it.
They get it. They get it. They really do. They're cute.
Yeah.
They're really, really cute.
Mm-hmm. Woo. Big busy day.
Yes, big busy day, big busy week for some reason. I don't know why, but it was such a busy week.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine why?
Can't. Yeah. From dawn till dusk. That really good movie, with not by Quentin Tarantino, but with Quentin Tarantino. I think it was directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason in that movie, Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, something that I noticed. So they have the picture, and I didn't read any of the text, so maybe it says in the text. But for what they talk about the new Orc Boys, and they only showed 5.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's strategic. They're only showing 5 for right now, and then there's going to be 10, or is there going to just be 5?
I mean, there better be 12 per box, because that's how many orcs you need.
Unless they change the points and stuff.
They could.
Maybe that's why it's toughness 5.
It'd be sad. It'd be. I feel like it'd be sad though if orcs boys came out in a 5-man box like the Gene Stealer cult acolytes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause you're gonna buy 50 boxes?
Right. I'm sure that there's, but it was interesting.
Mm-hmm. The Kriegsman from the Kill Team trailer pulled a J. How do you miss a giant hoppin' tomato that many times? I don't know. He was spooked. Yes, Mecca. I'm glad I had context for the Deaf Copter joke thanks to your videos. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rady Coke, love from Dusk Till Dawn. That's the only movie where I almost said Robert Downey Jr. What's
Quentin Tarantino?
No. It's George Clooney. It's the only movie where George Clooney looks like a young man.
It's probably a box of 10, but the sprues are similar, but have extra head/arms. I bet it's all gonna be monopose trash.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Although, yeah. I mean, they could be monopose, but like the Hobgrots are kind of neat because they can. Like 5 of them go together a couple different ways, so you get a bunch of different options. 2 different options, but
I know
there's 20 of them in the box, but each one is different.
I think
which is pretty cool.
So I'm thinking about all of the new kits I've bought, like the Gene Stealer Cult, the Skitari, the Sisters of Battle. I think the way they do it now is the bodies and legs are always paired, but the heads and arms are usually there's options. Which I feel like is the best of both worlds, because the legs and bodies is where like the pose comes from, and then you get to pick the arms and heads.
How was these were like it was like so the back and the legs were the same, but the front and the front and the arms were different, which is kind of weird. And they like slot together, and the gap line is hidden by their collar.
Ah, neat.
Which is pretty clever. Not that I would have ever built Hobgoblins.
No, never. Scatbot Productions. Time to build Kitten's girlfriend Tao waifu model. Yay memes. Oh, Kitten. Kitten is from Text to Speech. He's a custody. And his name is Kitten. I was promised stripping, but there was none. I love that show. I know somebody in a Facebook group said text to speech has done irreparable harm to the 40k community, and I'm like, wow.
Did you leave the laughing emoji?
Oh, I should have. Oh, that laughing emoji can bite.
Yep.
In the right circumstances.
Speaking of laughing emoji.
Oh, I should have grabbed one too. Although I need to drink my wake up juice.
Yeah, but you're gonna die.
Jay, do you have an explanation for why the mini in the thumbnail doesn't update with how you painted it anymore? Sometimes we take the picture and sometimes we're lazy.
Yep, and also there's a very specific reason why it didn't happen this week, but you don't get to know.
Yeah.
Based Viking. Wait, why are we leaving a dislike? Because you are.
Mm-hmm.
Leave
a dislike and find out.
Yeah, find out what happens, you naughty, naughty boy.
Power Surge. I think every year they will release a Space Marine chapter focus release along with a big Xenos release. I mean, I feel like the Orcs are really are probably the best taken care of alien. Because they've gotten pretty consistent releases forever.
Do you want to hear a secret?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably the most popular out of all the aliens.
Probably.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. And that means Eldar are the least popular.
Yes.
Regular boring Eldar. Even Dark Eldar get more than the Eldar.
Oh yeah. Dark Eldar are way cooler.
Scabot Productions. Almost everything in Emperor Text-to-Speech is right now happening in base 40k. That's a little bit true. The Notorious Heck. Hey Jay, what are your thoughts on the Black Templar tease? It was just a tease, right? It was just Black Templar. I feel teased. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I mean, Valorek had a video like a month ago, so also teasing that they might do something with Black Templar later.
Mm-hmm. How teased are you? Are you like, oh no, I'm so teased?
At the time, back when I first heard, I think I was pretty teased. Now I'm just medium teased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you need the goods. That's
I gotta hurry up and finish painting my my Wargame exclusive Helbrecht so that I can paint the official GW Helbrecht.
Ah.
And then compare.
Mm-hmm.
Although something tells me that the Wargame exclusive one is sort of going to be better because it's resin and it's really, really, really cool. But who knows? They might surprise me.
Why aren't you shilling for Games Workshop?
I hope they
are totally real
that's
sponsorship.
true. That's true. I hope they don't do a thing where he's on like a big base with like a little diorama. I feel like none of the 40k ones have looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Croak works really well, but I think it's because even though he's huge, it's kind of a neutral pose for him. Just him sitting in his throne, like the Silent King is kind of doing a pose. The Triumvirate of Saint Catherine, it looks like a crowd at like a festival.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the other 40k dioramas? Those are mostly the two?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, well, they're 0 for 2, but who knows? Maybe they'll somehow make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in the camp bell, logged on and see a happy Jay. I am very happy. Ooh, you know what? Right before I hopped on, I watched the first 40 minutes of The Rise of Skywalker.
Ah.
So we can talk about that a little later.
And you've turned it, and you hate it now?
I hate it. It's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I now see what the internet was talking about.
Yeah. You figured it out. Now you know why it's horrible.
Victor Hugo Bittencourt Silva, is Battlemaster Valorek the dude that talks like Cartman from South Park? I don't think so. I think it's Chapter Master Valorek, not Battlemaster Valorek. Valorek, he gets a lot of flack for being a shill. I think he just gets really pumped about new models.
Who isn't a shill?
I know, right? But he often likes stuff, which makes a lot of people very annoyed. But I'm more of a Kurioth man myself because I watched his videos first. And so he's the 40k news guy I know. But I occasionally watch a Valrak. Ominous Mech. There was a poll on the 40k Reddit, and Tau are the most popular in terms of looks. In terms of looks. I think it's probably Dark Elder in terms of looks. Dark Elder is sick.
Yeah, Reddit's wrong.
Power Surge, you guys have affiliate links to vibrating buttholes to mix your... Why would you want a vibrating butthole? Like, when you want a vibrating penis to mix your paints? Because I'm about to buy one as we speak. I feel like you don't want your butthole to vibrate.
Well, maybe not you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Base Viking has a really good point. That just shows that Tau players are more likely to use Reddit.
Oh, no! Man, that's one of the funniest comments I've ever heard. Oh my god, that's so good. That's
Elrond,
so funny.
yeah. Elrond Dorio, Dark Eldar are not cooler, they're sexier. You know what? That's a good point.
That's good. Oh my gosh, is that amazing? Who the fuck likes new models? What a shell.
I know, right?
Yeah. How horrible. God. Yeah, imagine liking something. What an idiot. Only idiots like stuff.
Speaking of liking stuff, I mean, everything they came out with today looked cool. Except for maybe the carriage thing, but I didn't look that hard.
Yeah.
There's probably something to be done with it. Oh my god, I think my favorites is probably the commando orcs and the great white squig. I think are my favorites.
Oh yeah, great white squig for sure. So here, let me pull this up.
Honestly, if I was Games Workshop, what I would have done is I would have only released Krieg today, and let the internet go wild, and then released everything else. Like they released it all today. Are we gonna get another dozen things next week? Like what's the... Or is this it for the year? I mean...
So were you talking about the, like, Gargant hunt, like, hut thing?
Maybe.
The big metal, giant metal thing?
Oh, no, I think I like that.
Were you talking...
Hammer Community.
The one with the squig?
The one with the squig, I don't think I liked. But you know what? Let me check. Let me check right now. Everybody hop onto Warhammer Community and click on the new...
I'll just post a link.
Yeah. Everyone click on Nick's link. I need Nick's link. I can't find anything on their website.
There you go. It's either they or coming. I don't know.
Michael Spitz, I was actually told to diversify my news source by my teachers, so I use Spiky Bits and Valrak and Auspex. There you go.
That's amazing.
Tat the Hun came for the painting, stayed for the vibrating butt talk.
Yeah. Are you looking at the models?
Boop-a-doo. All right. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's here. All right. Yeah, the kill team. The orcs.
Great.
Yeah, okay, it's still loading. We've heard rumors of giant war machines, and now the king rig is bursting out of the front of the kill rig. It still hasn't loaded.
The picture? Wow.
Well, it's loaded, but it's fuzzy. It hasn't fully loaded yet.
I see.
Although by the fuzzy ass picture I'm looking at, it's not jingling majangles. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I don't really like it.
I wonder though. I mean, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot,
which is the problem. But I wonder if if a cool person paints it.
I think
because I kind of feel. I don't know. There just is so much.
I think I would love it if you lost the squig.
White is a problem.
Yeah, the perfect white is a problem. I think if you lost the squig and glued all of this to the top of a battle wagon, it would look really cool. Yeah, not loving. It also looks like it would be a pain in the ass to paint.
It does. It does. Look at.
But
although I don't like the if you keep scrolling down
Mhm.
the like fortress or whatever, I don't care about that. That looks
I kind of
that's
like
fine.
the fortress. I think the fortress would look darn nice in the middle of all the new kill team terrain.
Exactly. But this looks like you're supposed to play it in the game. And I don't
Yeah,
care.
none of the terrain pieces like that fit well in the game. Oh,
Yeah.
it's one eye is an engine and the other eye is like a hatch. That's
Yep.
adorable.
It is cute. God, what I saw something. Yeah. And there's fans and
Base Vikings, Kriegs are cool and all, but what about the Steel Legion? It's like everyone forgot about them. I suppose if you wanted to be lazy, you could just paint the Kriegsmen khaki and dark green. And if you wanted to be a little bit more like turn them into Steel Legion, you could paint them khaki and dark green and swap the Krieg las guns for regular las guns, and then you'd have Steel Legion.
mm-hmm.
Jay is running on McDonald's Wi-Fi, and that's why it's still loading. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a step above,
Mm-hmm.
which is not saying much. I mean, there's McDonald's close, but not that close.
Mhm.
Not as close as you wish. Not right in your backyard close.
Mm-hmm. The new War Boss
Imagine,
is pretty cool.
so
The new War Boss is
there's
pretty
the-
cool.
The new War Boss is great.
Mm-hmm.
I love the new War Boss. I want him.
I love the squig with the reticle for an eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think
Love that model.
I love the Great White Squig.
Mm-hmm.
The engine bolted to his side. I almost, because he's kind of got a sharky kind of look to him. I almost want to like green stuff hammerhead head onto his head. There's a really cool war gaming exclusive hammerhead orc squig. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I already sold all my works, so
Mhm.
I'm ready for all this new stuff.
Yeah.
All right, it's all gone.
Ah, you know what I love? My favorite thing in the world about the new Defcoptas? No flying stands.
Yep.
It looks like they're on ovals, which I adore, and it looks like they all have a clever plastic connection point to the ground.
Yep.
That's awesome. 10 out of 10, Games Workshop. No more flying stands ever.
Yep. Yep. Way better without that garbage.
Try
They look
Art.
great.
Yeah. My orc is getting harder than a mega armor looking at these new previews.
I get it.
Power Surge. Don't know if anyone will understand this, but if I build Imperial Army, I would make them all look like Hellghasts from the Killzone series. No idea, but I'm sure that's awesome.
I'm sure someone else gets it. They're not two losers like us. Jay, why do you hate flying stands so much?
God, they always break and they never look good. Also, I do not like the big 60 millimeter like acrylic base. That thing is garbage. There's if anyone has the 2003 Necron Codex, they did a thing where, because a lot of the old Necron units were on the 60 millimeter flying stand, and so they actually poured sand. Before they took photos, they would pour sand so that the 60 millimeter round could be like submerged in the sand. And I have two suspicions: either they thought it looked like ass, or they couldn't get it to not reflect light really bad. Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe a little bit of both. Interesting.
Michael Spitz, is this a completely new Defcopter or the same one? Completely new, but like the same design.
Yeah, it's similar.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. I mean,
Yeah.
the Blackreach ones were good. They just never came out with them.
Yeah, and it looks like one of them can take a flamethrower, which I don't believe they could take. I thought they could take shooters or rockets, and a buzzsaw.
I'm honestly surprised that they're coming back with them.
I was for sure. I 100%. I think I even said it in a video that they're gonna just stop them from existing, and then they're gonna come out with something like it but different. But they didn't. They just came out with 20 years to the day or whatever. They're coming out with new Deathcopters.
Yeah, it's very, very weird.
So buy your old metal Deathcopters while you can.
Exactly.
I'm sure they're going out of stock tomorrow.
Yeah, we know y'all were really looking forward to buying the metal ones, so you better hurry up. Yeah, the better looking metal ones. I'm sure there's some loser out there that's like, well, the metal one actually looks way better.
I kind of do like the look of the metal one. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't look good if you had a couple of them, because they'd be identical, but it looks a lot like the helicopter from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which makes me laugh.
And Jay is also wrong. That's what that is right there.
Ominous Mecha, are you guys sure this isn't some collective pipe dream? There's no way James Workshop would actually listen to the community. I mean, they listen to someone, because they're coming out with stuff. Everything is good. Even the thing I don't like that much, the Orc Wagon, it's still cool. I just don't know if I'll pick one up. There's plenty of Orc models that I don't need that one.
That's very true.
I'll just get two Great White Squigs.
Exactly. It is the good thing about Orcs. If there's a model that doesn't jingle your jangles, you just get something else. Jeez, we these past couple of streams we've been a little burp light, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of what we're doing in our daytime, or I don't know what it is.
It could be. Monitor, when I get the flying stands, I clip the edges and glue them to the top of a same size base, and then base them as normal. Still haven't found a fix for bubbles in the vehicle pieces. Yeah, I built a whole bunch of Necron tomb blades, and I put them on 32 by 60 cavalry bases, and they're so much better than the 32 millimeter flying stands. I mean, every single gun broke because they would tip over every 30 seconds on the 32 flying stand. They're rock solid on the cavalry bases.
Interesting. I'm rock solid right now.
Fo, where do you buy your paintbrushes? I feel like Amazon is a bad idea. I got really lucky on Amazon. I bought a pack of Larry
brushes.
Larry Q Creative Choice. I can't. Chat.
Jenny.
It looks like Jerry, but that can't be right.
I don't know.
Or maybe it could be an R and an N. No, it's definitely two R's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always have the stream in a very low quality. So to me it looks like Jenny, but
you know what? It probably is Jenny. That makes a lot of sense. Although they look exactly like how you draw R's, but I guess N's and R's look fairly similar in cursive.
Yeah, N's and R's in cursive are pretty similar.
Although N's, they have two humps, and R's only have one. And these only have one. But it says Jenny. It doesn't say or I guess Jerry? J-E? Is there a spelling of Jerry that's Jerry? Jerry?
I think so. I think that's how you spell Jerry.
Okay, cool. Okay, so it's Jerry Q Creative Choice. It was like one of those. It was probably like a $9 pack of brushes. Really, really good quality. I have beat the hell out of them, and they all still have a fairly decent point. And I've never washed them. So these are nice, rugged, general purpose brushes. You're not going to be doing eyeballs with these, but they will paint your minis. Yes, Ominous Mecha. Imagine if the Squig Wagon became new Triptide. Oh, like a Riptide? Like a Tau thing? You know what? I think I could get behind the orc wagon if there was if somebody kit bashed 3 of them together, so it was just a giant tower being pulled by one squig. It'd be funnier if it was like a sled dog, like there was 6 squigs pulling it.
Oh, I mean, you're just designing better models right now. That would be way, way better.
Mm-hmm. And there's a grot with a whip.
Yeah. Especially now that they have all those really, really cool squigs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would really work. But alas, here we are. One giant one.
Kino, notice the squigs today were out of control. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like...
bomb squig for the commandos.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even look. I'll have to go take another peek.
Yep, that is a pretty fun squig.
I mean, clearly they've had this in the works because the miniatures matched the animation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think it is bizarre though to put it all out on one day. Like they should have done an Orc week and drip fed us, and we would have gone insane.
Maybe they have other stuff.
Maybe. Oh, this squig is awesome.
Yeah.
He's got the antenna with the little spring in the middle.
Yep.
So that he can go under carports and stuff, and it doesn't break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the orc with the 2 knives is doing this. Is doing the slit rock, or this. What's the name of the commando character? Snit rock. He's doing the same pose with the knives that guy does.
Interesting.
Yeah, these guys are great. I love the guy with the beanie.
Mm-hmm.
That's such an amazing choice.
Yep.
And it almost looks... The guy with the beanie, on his belt, it almost looks like he has one of those Allen key sets. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 10 different sized Allen keys sandwiched between 2 pieces of Bakelite plastic. And they always break. Or you always taking them apart, but then you forget to put them back together.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? Kinona, it's crazy that they didn't do this in October. That is crazy! Yeah. October's coming up, too. That's probably when these models will actually come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be the rest of the year. Because they've just shown everything off. We have no idea about release dates, right? Maybe if I had read any of the words.
I don't think we know about the regular work stuff, but Kill Team, they said August.
Oh, okay, cool. Monitor, I hope next week they announce new Lictors and new Gene Stealers. Lictors and Gene Stealers could use it. They're old.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz, anyone think they paint the orc skin a lighter green and are slowly making them more realistic and a lighter green?
Probably.
They are painting them different.
Yeah.
To me, they look really cartoony. They look way, way more cartoony than the old boys set. Let's say. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's kind of great. But yeah, I don't know.
Ominous Mac Triptide was a thing from a while ago where you take 3 Riptides and a shit ton of drones and proceed to ruin anyone's chance of having fun. Nice. I love stuff like that. They just become like milestones of 40k. The real question is, how many people will buy several units of Death Corp of Krieg from the box without realizing that you can buy infantry recast for like $20? Yeah, I mean, some people just want the assurance of instead of sending a money order to Russia, just placing an order and having it show up. And also, these orcs have nips. I was wondering, have we ever had a shirtless orc up until now?
I don't think we've seen a nip until now.
Yeah.
They've always been wearing weird leather.
I don't think we've ever gotten a nip slip until now.
Yeah. Why do they have nipples?
That's a very good question.
And speaking of nipples, Brandon Hip, why leave a dislike? Because you're supposed to. Jeez, follow the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Chicky Nugs, I find Games Workshop plastic and plastic in general is much nicer to work with.
Yes, that is true. Oh yeah, you're getting nothing but the finest resin from Russia. Everything is up to code. Yep. Oh yeah, you can sand that stuff in front of your baby.
Oh my god. Yep.
With the 3D printer running in the background.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
and the exhaust right into the rib.
That baby will be dead by morning.
Yeah. Welcome to the Eons of Battle Dead Baby joke stream. Very fun stream tonight.
Power surge.
New orcs, dead babies.
These orcs are way better than the Lord of the Rings looking ones from the other box.
Oh my gosh. You're banned.
Brandon Hip, answer my question! Did he ask something? Oh, why leave a dislike? Because you have to.
Yep.
Smidge Gaming, good to see you. Your videos keep me going through the week. Nice!
Beautiful.
Brandon Hip tips.
Hip tips. Yep, there you go. Brandon Hip, I'll do better and leave $2. There you go.
Marco Rodriguez, more realistic models and vibrant cartoony painting equals perfectly balanced. Brutally goofy.
Brutally goofy. Yeah, I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Games Workshop.
Orcs are in a kind of a weird spot where they've always been silly and serious-ish. Like, are Meganobs serious? I mean, they kind of looks like an orc wearing cardboard box armor.
I mean, I don't think they're supposed to be that serious. I mean, I watched the video today from Games Workshop, and it was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we watched that other video a long time ago when they were previewed, and that was adorable.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! So do you think they're gonna release all this shit the same day? Because we're seeing these new models, but remember there was models from before. Like,
I assume it's that the models are gonna get released weekly, eventually. So what we've been shown 10 models, and so they're gonna come out like one per week for 10 weeks.
Do you think that they'll do in October? I mean, October. I guess it's a bunch of months away. It's like 3 months away.
Yeah. It could take 3 months though to get all this stuff ready.
I feel like it would. I mean, it's so much stuff because well, they also.
I mean, they also need to get rid of all those dominions.
Yeah. But 2 months ago, they released all that other work stuff, that other set. So.
Yeah.
Transu. Might be a hot take, but I think Gazgul looks like a dumb lump of metal. Not very into it.
All right, Gazgul's in the chat. Them's fighting words.
Exactly. All right, and Kyle, you are banned. No. I could see people not liking it.
I can see it
is
too.
a lot.
He is a block.
He's a big boy.
I really like the look of Mega Armor, though. So I really dig it.
Michael Spitz, October in July. Yeah.
Guys, don't fall for it. Games Workshop is trying to turn us all into shills. Oh, I can't wait to watch some of the channels tomorrow. Talk about how much everything sucks. We all know those channels.
Yeah.
We don't need to say what they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's Goober. No. No, Goober is a happy-go-lucky, fun guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an orc. He's a fun guy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Sometimes I wake up in cold sweats thinking about him using that spray glue.
And if I could have him join a stream, it'd be this.
Oh,
one right now,
absolutely,
absolutely. Just to talk about that for a sec.
He is a fan of a silly orc. I bet he'd be all over this stuff. Has he ever painted an orc? A 40k orc. Fantasy doesn't count.
I would never paint fantasy orcs.
I think he has painted a bunch of fantasy orcs.
Daniel Bear, the inner triangle.
Whatever are you referring to? Chicken Nugs. Happy-go-lucky fish-murdering chemist. Basically Walter White, that goobs. Apparently he likes to lurk. He might be watching.
Yeah. I bet he's lurking right now.
Coag 15324. Yeah, tomorrow EOB will make a video about how they hate the new Orc Psyker Chariot. You know what? The Psyker looks cool in the composition of the chariot. Just by himself, he looks very plain, but he kind of looks good in his pulpit.
I was glad to see that he was a part of a whole thing.
Yeah.
Because by himself he looks dumb.
I wonder if it's going to be
a negative triangle. But
I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where, like the Necrons have a unit called the Necron. It's a chariot. You can build it as a chariot for your warlord, or you can build it as a gun, as a tank. And so I wonder if you can build this thing as the Psyker Chariot or like a shooty chariot. And you glue them down if it's the Psyker Chariot, or you can keep them separate if it's the shooty chariot. In a Smecha, it's like they plan to give all factions a Primaris adjacents. Oh yeah, I mean, everything they make looks every new thing they make pretty much looks good. Like eventually, all of the armies will get revamps, and it'll all look really cool. Stanley Campbell, there is no ethical consumption or capitalism except plastic spaceworks. Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley. Goober has been in a stream.
Yeah.
Yes, a couple of them. Like 2 or 3. It's been wild.
Oh, yeah. Every now and then the Brent shows up.
Yeah. You say Brent 3 times.
In the mirror. You say Brent 3 times into a test tube, and he shows up. Because he's a PhD chemist.
Yep. You mean he's a PhD nerd?
Oh no! I just cleaned my brush and my teeth. You know what, though? I think I'll live. There's just a little sip left. There we go. I mean, it didn't taste good anyway. That was way too strong.
I watched it live. I watched it happen live. That was very fun.
Bernie Marceau, y'all think the Adeptus Sororitas Exorcist model is worth it? Probably going to order one later today. I don't know anything about the rules. I mean, in terms of looks, it's a 10 out of 10. If you want to know if it's quality or not, you probably want to look at Goonhammer or maybe 1D4chan. Because they're usually pretty good with the rules.
Limbo the dude. Wait, the new Kill Team will be limited release?
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Yeah, but is it going to be like Dominion?
That's
release?
True. where there's plenty.
Where it's, yeah.
They're
In
gonna
fact,
so
there's too many, it seems.
they made too many Dominion, so they're gonna make 18 of these Kill Team boxes.
Yeah. They should send us one.
Oh my god, they should. Oh my god, yeah. Games Workshop, if you're listening, we'll chill so hard. I don't care if you expand the what's the rule that sucks? The secret strike. First strike?
Phase?
Scouting phase. I don't care if they increase the scouting phase to be 5 pages of rules. I will shill hard if they send me a box. I'll build the Krieger in a night. I'll stay up all night.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know where Jay gets his hot takes. It's from the paint-filled tea.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And as Mecha, I want to get one of the Marines versus Necron starter sets. Which one of those would you recommend to get? Probably the middle one. The difference between the small one and the medium one. The medium one comes with a lot more stuff. The medium to big one, the only difference is terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And early on, you probably want to be spending all your money on models, not terrain.
You know, I was just thinking about this right now. It makes the most sense, I think, out of every single YouTube channel, they should give the new box sets to us because we have 2 people.
That's true.
So we can both, make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that's why we're better than everyone else. It's because we're 2 people.
Yeah.
We could,
I'd
bang them both out.
bet Uncle Adam gets one because he always is talking about Kill Team. They don't send them to a lot of people here in the States. A lot of channels across the pond get them. Mm-hmm. Like little channels over there get them. Smidge Games. EonsOfBattle, you inspired me to make my first 40k army, Black Templars, and your old Tactical Marine video with instructions gave me exactly what I needed to know. God, what video was that? Old Tactical Marine video?
The 2003 ones that you painted? The old ones?
Oh,
it's
yeah!
a very recent video. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jay doesn't remember the videos that we do until they come out.
Well, because I know I've made Black Templar videos in the past that aren't good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like really old ones.
Iron Frenzy 212. I've noticed something. You guys are based in Illinois. Miniac and Tabletop Minions are Wisconsin. Dana Howell, Sword and Steel, and Mini Wargaming are in Canada. Is 40k a northern hobby? I guess so.
Probably because of the winter.
Probably. Mm-hmm.
I thought Miniac was Minnesota.
He is Minnesota.
Or is it? He is Minnesota.
Yeah, he's Minnesota. Yeah. And so is Ninja, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. Power Surge. I'll email Games Workshop. I'll tell them to send you guys a box. Yeah, nice.
Do it. Everyone do that.
Everyone send them an email.
God. You know how funny that would be? Link the channel.
Yeah. Kyle Seeley, will you guys paint the entire box in 3 days like Ash Barker at GMG? I mean, it's 10 models. I can do that in an evening.
Yeah. Me too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, we'd have to... I think I could paint 10 models in 3 days.
Yeah. Kyle Transit. Jay, gotta say, you might be wrong about the WOG pronouncements. The trailer sounded pretty clear. Yeah, I think I looked it up. Apparently, WOG means tons of different things, but it used to be spelled WAAARGH. So it was WOG.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, they dropped the R.
Which, good call.
Mm-hmm. Dustin Zechariah. Hey, Jay, excited? I'll be excited when they show them off. Right now,
Exactly.
there's just one new art, and it's fine.
Michael Spitz, email will be featured in a video that will hopefully be released tomorrow. I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
Nice.
Nick, what color are you planning on painting your new squigs? I mean, red is pretty classic,
Mm-hmm.
but orange would be fun
Mm.
because I mean that'd go well with my orcs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how normies paint orcs. They have green skin, green skin orcs, and then they have red squigs. But I paint mine blue, so orange would be a good complement. Normies.
Chicken Nugs. Well, now you got Dice Check, Next Level Painting, and Miniature Rescue taking over the West Coast. Although I too noticed that the NEUS has a lot going on for the hobby. Gen Con, Adepticon. I wonder. I mean, they might just not send out that many boxes because of shipping. I don't think they care that much about YouTube. Because, I mean, they do such a good job promoting their product by themselves. I don't think they really care that much.
Yeah. I think if there was no... I mean, obviously, I think it helps a little bit.
A little,
There's
yeah.
Warhammer channels and stuff, but they do a really good job.
Yeah. It'd be really nice of them, though, if they did, because then we would get easy content and free stuff.
Exactly. So who else is emailing Games Workshop for us? Send a link to the channel.
Dark Avenger 35 Gen. Jay, can't decide what Storm Host to paint my Dominion box. Any ideas? I don't even know what a Storm Host is. I read the first 20 pages of the big rule book for Age of Sigmar, and then I stopped. Because I've been going to bed late. I have not been giving myself time to read.
Yep. Late, like 9 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty late for you.
Oh, yeah. 8:45.
That's funny because the stream starts at 9.
Dustin Zechariah. There's a book called Gunheads where the orcs are brown because of the dust on their planet they're fighting on. Ooh.
Interesting.
I think there's also Chaos orcs that are red.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wonderful
Because they're-
story.
Because they're evil.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but there was a group of orcs, and they ran into some demons. And they had so much fun fighting the demons that they spent, like, the next decade trying to find more demons to fight. And eventually, they ended up in front of the Eye of Terror. And the Imperial Guard started to fight them, but then just decided to let them go, because nothing had ever tried to fight their way into the Eye of Terror. They're used to fighting stuff that comes through the Eye of Terror. And so the orcs go through the Eye of Terror and then immediately start fighting a demon planet. And they all die. But Khorne loved them so much that every day he resurrects them to fight endlessly for his amusement. And the orcs could not be happier.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
And apparently Khorne's demons just hate it. Because every day they have to fight these orcs. And they're like, we could be really getting stuff done. Nope, you're fighting the orcs. You're fighting the orcs every day for the next 10,000 years.
Mm-hmm. Adorable. $40K is very serious.
So serious.
Power Surge. Well, my proposition to Games Workshop would be that you guys are known for being kill team players, and that I would only trust your reviews on the product. I bet that would help.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Oh, I remember hearing about people getting a little salty about Games Workshop taking all of the animators and them putting a stop to Last Church, the Patreon animation. And I think I figured out why they did it. There is a novel, called Last Church, and apparently they were going to take the novel and turn it into a movie. And so Games Workshop had to be like, no, you can't do that. Like, it wasn't even their own idea. It was a book.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't do that one.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make this movie called The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Did they really think they were gonna get away with it?
I guess so. Tom, I'm disappointed by the train in the new box, but all the minis are insane. I liked the train. Let me take another look.
I think it suffers from the way it's painted.
Yeah, I think it could use a little rust pigments. That would probably help.
Yep.
I like it. I think it would be fun for Kill Team. A lot of elevations. Mm-hmm. Could use some ramps going up, but I think that'd be pretty easy to kit bash.
Mm-hmm.
The only flaw with this is it's not very like you could have not orc armies fight here, but it would make more sense if one of the armies fighting was the orcs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should get this because we have one set of Kill Team Train, and it'd be fun to have two sets of Kill Team Train.
Yes, I mean, we should get it because of
Games Workshop sending it to us for free.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Send it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if they should send 2 boxes. That way we could really fill up a game board. I mean, there's a lot of really cool orc terrain out there. You know, Frontline Gaming has some really cool MDF kits that don't look like a pain in the ass, like the ones that I bought. Derek Avenger 3510. Jade's the Stormcast Eternal equivalent to Space Marine chapters. I like the teal ones. Those are cool. I think that's how I would paint mine.
William Honeywell. Instead of an email, I can do my duty as a Brit and write a strongly worded letter as I drive past Games Workshop HQ Monday, LOL.
Nice!
Yeah, you should do that.
Goek 15324. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennia, there is only war. Mecha, so you're telling me if we throw enough orcs into the warp, the whole chaos problem will be solved? Probably.
I'll be busy.
John Robbs, it's Tuska the Demon Killer is the orc who went into the Eye of Terror. Nice. Tuska the Demon Killer.
Adorable.
John Robb, Last Church is a short story in the Tales of Heresy compilation, one of the Billion Heresy books. I watched a great video by Arbiter Ian, right? Arbiter Ian, where he reviewed every single book, because he's read them. He's read all the Horus Heresy books, and apparently about halfway through, like, every other book is a collection of short stories, and you can skip most of those.
Interesting.
Tom, I really don't like the junk style terrain, not my style at all. I get that. I have some not junk.
You're banned now.
I have some not junk terrain, so I think there's room in my heart now for junk terrain. I wouldn't want my only terrain set to be the orc set.
Yeah.
I'd want like one normal and then one not normal. I would much rather have Orc terrain than Necron terrain.
Oh my god.
Even though I play the Necrons. Although I guess I do have Orcs too.
Yeah. I mean, who wants trash cans or whatever the hell?
Did you just say something disparaging about Pariah Nexus? Not only did it come with trash cans, it came with doors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well,
I've seen people glue the doors to better looking terrain.
That's funny. Do you think someone was trying their best? Like it was like, little intern's first day using some software, or?
I think I've said this before. But I'm pretty sure what happened was they hadn't come out with anything for Kill Team in like a year. They didn't come out with a 2020 annual, and so they thought we really should come out with something Kill Team. So they had an intern whip up a new game board and some terrain, and they took the next thing coming out for the Necrons and the next thing coming out for the Space Marines, and they just put them in a box and called it Pariah Nexus. Because there was nothing Kill Teamy about that. I mean, there weren't even options to like customize.
Right.
There's no customization for the flayed ones, which is like the whole thing of Kill Team.
Right.
The distraction, FYI, the Horus Heresies are on Audible. Oh, I know, I own them. I just need to give them a try. I'd have the first 3 books, and I will definitely read the first 3 books. I've heard nothing but good things about those ones.
William Honeywell. I'm definitely writing the letter. Yeah.
Nice.
I think everyone should.
Oh, I can already smell the glue of that terrain when I put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you get a little airbrushage, a little chipping medium. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Little sniffing glue.
It'll be sick.
The old glue sniff.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my letter. Give EOB your new boxes, or I cut ya pee-pee, thanks. Exactly.
Perfect. Best wishes, your name.
Yeah. Make sure you link our channel.
You sent a really threatening email, but then, best regards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ominous Mecha. I feel for Squidmar's sanity. He bought the Moby Dick of all Warhammer models, the Manta. That's true. The Manta is another gigantic pain in the butt model. It weighs like 28 pounds.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a bitch put together.
It does. It inside is like an entire army just glued down.
Yeah. Someone got paid to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, I mean it's
how many of those get sold?
I think it does say on the website they're always made to order, so they don't have them in stock.
Do you think they're always like, God damn it?
Oh
okay,
yeah.
I guess we can do it.
Every time they're like, I'm not going home at 5 today. I gotta stick around and rotocast 250 parts. Why do we sell this? We've only sold 18 since 2004.
Yeah, it's odd that it even exists.
Power Search. I just don't know how to put you guys in an email. Like, do I just link the channel? You could link us.
You
could say, this YouTube channel, Eons of Battle. This huge YouTube channel, Eons of Battle, with 50 some odd subscribers.
55,700.
Oh, nice. Ominous Mecha. The tanks and crisis suits are usable. Ah. But why would you want to? Like, yeah, because I would want to disassemble it as little as possible.
Do you think if he gets 20,000 likes, he'll melt it down? He'll burn it?
Well, it turns out that was a joke because he.
I know, but he should.
He did melt parts of it down.
Yes, I know, but it'd be funny if
it would be. He just lets it burn.
Yeah.
I bet the Manta is harder. I mean, the metal Thunderhawk looked like a massive pain to build. I bet the Manta is kind of harder.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's way bigger.
A lot more work.
It's way bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you get it all built and then you drop it. Kinonas. I got Dominion for the Cruel Boys, but honestly, I'm falling in love with the Stormcast. The Stormcast are dope. I keep flipping on which ones are my favorite out of the images I've seen on the Games Workshop website.
Over the Cruel Boys or the Stormcast, or just the
which Stormcast is my favorite? Because I feel like it keeps flip flopping between all of them. Like, I really like them all. I thought that the big burly Terminator guys were going to be my favorite, but they might actually be my least favorite.
Ooh.
Out of all the models, I like a lot. Like, I don't hate them. I like them a lot. But the other models are also really, really cool. I guess the guys with the axes are also just, like, pretty cool, but, like, not... I like the spears. Although they're a little unwieldy. The spears really stick out pretty far off the bases, which I don't prefer. It would have been lame if they were small spears, but it does make them a little bit annoying. They catch on stuff very easily.
Sir, we've gotten a lot of emails requesting we give our latest releases to some YouTube channel called EOB. Some threatening to cut off our cocks. What should we do? What do you think? Sue them.
Do it.
They should sue us.
That'd
be really fun. We could. The fun part is we would get a lot of views on that YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
Games Workshop is suing us.
It's Mecha, it's almost big enough to play Kill Team inside. You could probably play Kill Team on top of the Manta. That would probably be very doable. With plenty of room and things to hide behind. Exactly.
How much is it?
It's like, what? I don't know how much it is. I'm gonna guess. Well, I'm gonna guess $1,300. It's got to be less than the Warlord.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't have to.
You didn't have to capture?
Didn't have to take a test. Nope.
Holy moly! It remembers your cookies.
It is $1,705.
Ah.
It also says no longer available.
Yeah, but that's what everything on the Forger web store says.
Yeah, and it says sold out. It says sold out, no longer available.
Which doesn't mean what you think it means.
Yeah.
It means very much still available, but you can't buy it. But you'll be able to one day, maybe. Don't call me Shirley. Jay, I can finally say I have every unique weapon in Fallout New Vegas. I never got a lot of the weapons you can buy, because by the time I had the caps, I always had other really, really good guns, and so I just wanted to keep my caps. Although, if Fallout New Vegas has a flaw, I think it's that you can get caps too easily. Because, like, by the end of the game, I'm a multi-millionaire, and I feel like that shouldn't ever really be the case. I feel like you should always be a little bit struggling. Like, I'm running out of bullets and duct tape long before I run out of money. Also, the hardcore mode kind of sucks. I mean, it wasn't meant to be in the game. It's a little tacked on. In the hardcore mode, you can it adds in a new element where you can run out of water and energy, but it just means that periodically you have to check a menu to see how you're doing, and then click on the food or the water you want to consume. It's not. It wasn't meant to be part of the game. It was tacked on in a DLC. So I've played it before, and it's not that much fun. But yeah, I think the only flaw with Fallout New Vegas is that it's too easy to get caps,
and that you can't play it on your computer right now.
And that and that goddamn Steve Jobs from Beyond the Grave decided I can't play Fallout New Vegas on my Mac that I've always played Fallout New Vegas on.
Exactly.
Toa Rivers, don't forget the trusty Vault 13 canteen. That's true. Yeah, if you have the canteen, all of a sudden hardcore mode isn't that hard. And you get it for starting the game. Speaking of things that I love but see the flaws of, so Star Wars Episode 9.
Oh boy.
What I get after watching the movie the first 40 minutes again is I really, really wish that this movie was 3 movies. So that things could take their time. Because people are always talking. And I want them to let it breathe a little bit. But there's no time because they have to get it all done in one movie. It's like goddamn Revenge of the Sith. Nobody shuts up in that movie either. Iron Frenzy 217, the Macro Plasma Incinerator, looks like a BFG 9000. One of the coolest kits Games Workshop ever made, I think, was a limited edition terrain piece that was just a giant plasma gun. Don't call me Shirley. I beat hardcore first try. It was super easy, barely an inconvenience. Just abuse, boon drink water, and sleep a bunch of times. Yeah. Champ Styles, New Vegas has the best soundtrack. It does. Oh my gosh. I play that whole game with the radio turned on, and it's really funny because like you'll be hearing like Frank Sinatra during like a violent firefight. It's wonderful. Mm-hmm. You'll be talking to someone about how like they just lost their whole family, and the sound will be like, "To the town of Agua Fria rode a stranger one fine day." It just does not match at all. It's great. And it doesn't know to turn off the music during cutscenes.
Wow.
Marco Rodriguez. I'd a lot more into Age of Sigmar if the Stormcast aesthetic was more like knights defending castles. The whole godlike Asgard thing they have going on makes them not relatable at all. Yeah, I think the new Stormcast, which have a dumb name called the Stormstrike Stormcast, or First Strike Stormcast, Lightning Bolt Stormcast, the new ones are much more like normal folks in very nice armor. Iron Frenzy 217, Star Wars 8 and 9, sad phase. Mm-hmm. Daniel Bear, ever had the issue with washes drying with white patches? Yes. Oh god, I forget. It could be a reaction to the water you're using. I've had that before. So I would say if you're having a lot of frosting, either it's mixing with the paint on your model and it's reacting, or it's reacting to water. So try using a paint medium or like distilled water, and see if you still get the frosting. But yeah, I have had that before.
Frosted flakes?
Yeah, where it gets a little white on the edges. It also could be that you're applying it a little too thick. Brian Nielsen, I wish they didn't do Luke so bad. I actually thought Luke was the best part of 8. I really liked it.
And Jay is also wrong. I'll just say that for everyone else out there.
Toa Rivers, episode 9, tried to jump too many sharks and crashed right into the middle of a shark column. But see, I think everything would have worked if they had just, if it would all took its time. Like, because they jump from planet to planet to planet, thing to thing to thing, and it does work. I like the movie, but it's so full. Don't call me Shai. Jay, have you updated your MacBook or brought it to the store or anything? No, the reason I can't play video games is because there's no more 32-bit support, and so older games just don't work. On any Mac. With the newest operating system, which I have to have for work, so. Michael Spitz. Oh, Jay, new question. What's the best matte black paint? Abaddon Black is pissing me off. I just went through a bottle of Army Painter Black, and it was very good.
You can get scale 75 black. I like that. It's very matte, though. It's almost so matte, it's like a really super dark gray. That's how matte it is. It is very good.
Yeah, I think I did have Abaddon Black, and I didn't like it. I had the P3 Black, Thamar Black, and that was very good, but it's empty now. And I also like Army Painter Black, but that's empty too.
What black are you going to try next?
I don't know. I might try to buy a nice acrylic black paint, like a big tube of it. Because it just makes sense. It could have worked if they just did it better. Jay, basically. Well, so here's the thing about me. I am really good at appreciating things. And so even though I didn't love every aspect of the movie, I appreciate it. I appreciate what I got.
How dare you appreciate anything?
Champ Styles, episode 9 just reminded me of how crammed the Avatar Last Airbender movie was. Chess piece storytelling never works. Oh my god, I don't even know. The problem with Avatar The Last Airbender, the movie, was everything. That's probably one of the worst movies ever made. It's so, like, not only is it horribly written, but, like, it's shot bad. Like, there's one scene where the characters are talking, and, like, the tops of their head and the bottoms of their chin are cut off.
Interesting.
And also, they pronounce all the names wrong, which is crazy because it's based on a TV show, and you can just watch the TV show to figure out how to say the names. And they pronounce every name wrong.
Interesting.
So you're saying that the makers of the ancient Sith dagger knew exactly that the Sith Wayfinder would be in the Death Star wreckage, despite the idea of it not even existing yet. I think I didn't get that far in the movie, but doesn't the dagger just tell them where to find Exegol? Because the dagger was from Exegol, because that's the ancient Sith planet, right? Because they lose the dagger, and that's why they need the MacGuffin.
I feel like we're talking about stuff that's made up. I don't even remember any of this shit.
And Kylo Ren doesn't know about the dagger, and that's why he goes after the Wayfinder. And so there's two things. There's the dagger and the Wayfinder, and they both point to Exegol. I think that's what happens. I'll report back tomorrow, or I guess not tomorrow, because I don't stream tomorrow, but I'll report back on Monday what happens, because by then I'll probably have finished the movie, even though it's goddamn long, and I might not have finished it. It took me a long time to see Avengers Endgame, too, because that movie's like 3.5 hours, and it's hard to find that much time.
I'm in the same boat as you, Nick. Yeah, I don't remember what happened in the movie at all. No idea.
Mika but people complain about The Hobbit being 3 movies too. I'm guessing I'm just simple like that, but I like Lord of the Rings and like that I got 3 movies to be excited about instead of just one. Yeah, I went to see all 3 Hobbit movies in theaters. I liked each one, although I don't love Lord of the Rings. I thought the movies were pretty good. A little long.
Say that again.
I sometimes ignore things that are bad to pretend life is better too, Jay. That's a great way of restating what I said.
Yes.
But I love the characters in the new movies, and so even if not everything is exactly how I would have done it, I really like the characters. I like Rey, I like Kylo, I like Finn, I like Poe, I like not John Boyega. I like Poe. I like Poe. Who's the good old one-syllable names: Poe, Finn, Rey, BB-8, Maz, Ren. Champ Styles, do you ever catch the infamous rear shot of the Moon Princess? No idea. Ominous Mecha, in hindsight, the prequels weren't that bad. No, the prequels are really bad. I still like them because I watched them when I was a little kid, and they were fun when I was a little kid, because I ignored the boring parts and got excited about the spaceships. But they're really, really bad. Like, the sequels are way better than the prequels. It's fact.
I think everyone's going to disagree with
I
that.
know,
right
but...
about now. Yeah. I mean, remember, when 7 was coming out, we watched all the movies again, and we thought that for Phantom Menace that it starts with the pod race.
Yeah.
That's an hour into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because our brains as kids edited out the whole movie to the only interesting part.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's how good those movies are.
Pinot Aries, why would the dagger align with the Death Star fragments? I don't remember that part, but I'm sure I'll get to it, and then we'll see.
Because you've only seen the movie once, right?
I've only seen it once in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it when I saw it in theaters. And I still liked it, even though I'm a little bit talking about the things I didn't like about it, but I still liked these 40 minutes I watched. I had fun. Toe Rivers. No, the dagger was the way to find the MacGuffin. Ah. Kino Kanonas. I thought Korriban was the old Sith planet. There's probably a bunch of old Sith planets. I read a book, I forget the name of it, where there was another Sith planet that got taken over by zombies. Iron Frenzy 217. I watched the spoiler review from Shadiversary. I'm glad I did. Shadiversary stinks. No, he's very good, but I hate that he, for a little while, he was only putting out videos about how much Star Wars sucks. Which,
Yeah, but how do you make money online?
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure he made one, and then it did really, really well, and he's like, I could make a lot of these. He also Shadiversary, I mean, he had one cute video about talking about the, because his channel is about swords, and so he had one cute video where he talked about the swordsmanship of Star Wars movies, and then he just went and talked about how every single new sword fight sucks, and Star Wars swords are fake. They're not real. I don't think they match with any real sword fighting, because if I had a laser sword that was weightless and cut through everything, the last thing I would do would be spin it or twirl it.
Yeah. You
You are really risking the biscuits. I mean, I get it that, like, Jedi can see the future, so they're not in danger, but, you'd probably use it exactly like Master Chief and the Arbiters use it in Halo, where it's off for, like, 99% of the time, and then they just turn it on, swing, and then turn it back off. Because it's hella dangerous. But lightsabers are badass, and that's why they're awesome. Oh god, you people typed so much. I'm so behind.
I know. There's a lot of stuff.
Pino Eris. Jay again with the worst takes on the internet. Yes! I'm number one.
Worst takes. Worst takes.
Don't call me Shirley. Jay, if Fallout New Vegas got remastered, will he get a new computer? Yes. I also just will need a new computer one day. But, some of the dude, wait, can all the orc experts tell me that if orcs have pale fingernails? Because it appears that the new ones have light blue ones, or they painted the nails. I'm going to be so happy. I always thought they were light green, their nails.
I always thought so too. Maybe the new ones are different. Did you know that you can paint it however you want? Oh, they are.
Iron Frenzy.
Like a teal. Tan.
Iron Frenzy 217. Ray was a Mary Sue. She was not. Or maybe she was. I don't know. I don't think she was, though. Because one of the defining features of a Mary Sue is it removes tension. And there's still plenty of tension. I mean, she loses the first 2 fights she's ever in. She gets knocked out by Kylo, and then she gets almost killed by Snoke, but then Kylo saves her, and then Kylo saves her again during the fight with the Red Guard, and then in 9 she's had training, and so she's pretty good. Brian Nelson, facts equal opinions, it seems. I mean, as movies, you can like the prequels more than the sequels because of like what's in them, because it's a movie and everything is subjective, but at least like stuff is happening in the new movies. I mean, God, Attack of the Clones. When Obi-Wan and Anakin are fighting on the lava forever and ever and ever. Ominous Mecha. The Clone Wars slap. Clone Wars does slap. It's probably the best Star Wars. Coac 15324. The prequels are better. All the sequels aside from 8. 8 was good. I liked half of 8 too. But no, like what part of the prequels do you guys like? Is it just 3? Because 3 is probably the least offensive because it's not as boring as the other 2. It feels the most like a movie.
I'm offended by it.
Don't
anyone else think Baby Jabba the Hutt is better than Baby Yoda? And then Chicky Nug says, Nick, yo, can we shadow ban it? Yes. Just for that comment.
Zombie Dad, if it's a choice of hating something or just enjoying it for what it is, all that hating is bad for my soul. Yeah. Like, I think there's like 3 movies I hate. And I just don't ever think about them.
What is one of them?
I don't know. I didn't like Hobo with a Shotgun. I thought it was just really mean-spirited. I can't think of 2 more. I'm sure they exist. Zombievers. Zombievers had its moments, though. And it has a great cameo by Bill Burr.
Oh my god. Billy Burbag.
Ominous Mecha. Also, Ewan McGregor did really good as Obi-Wan. Everyone says that. Does he do an amazing job? Because I thought he was boring as hell. I mean, he is a great actor in a bad role. But was he that great? Like, why does everyone really remember him in those movies?
What am I doing? Where am I? Okay.
Toa Rivers. Ray's okay, but a lot of the stuff in the sequel trilogy is just dumb, and I don't like how they retcon older stuff to make it less dumb. I didn't think they retconned anything. Like, people say that because YouTube videos tell them that, but I don't think anything was retconned. The only thing that was retconned is they don't do what the novels did. Like, that is a retcon, I suppose, because they said that the novels weren't canon and that the new movies are canon. Bernie Marceau.
Oh, this is a good comment. Power Surge says, Human Centipede.
Oh, God, I hate that movie. I didn't finish it.
Yeah. We watched it together. We did not finish it.
I can say, if you think you're in the mood for Human Centipede, watch Tusk. Tusk is what you think Human Centipede is going to be. Like, silly, bad. Tusk is actually pretty good movie. It's very silly. But it's also like it's still got a good amount of body horror and freak out moments.
Flimbo the Dude, when can we talk about Boba Fett? I don't care if it's a discussion or just a quick statement, but what's your opinion?
Boba Fett's cool.
And there you have it.
Brian Nelson, they're monks, they're supposed to be boring. Yeah, but I don't want to watch boring. Like, they're not boring in Clone Wars. But they're still monks in Clone Wars. Lucky Bat. Even though Anakin was Space Jesus, Obi-Wan looked like Space Jesus. That is very true. Brian Rutzog. The Fifth Element is a great movie. The Fifth Element is a great movie. Holy moly. That's a fun-ass movie. Kino Kanonas. I like Hostel. I saw it when I was 9. The movie's not that old. I didn't like... That one is another one where it's a little bit mean-spirited. I don't like torture porn movies that much. Are there any torture porn movies I like? I like the first Saw movie, but it's not that torture-y, actually. A lot of the nasty stuff happens off screen.
The first Saw movie is really good.
Yeah, it's like a little murder mystery.
Mm-hmm. And there's no more after that one, which is pretty good.
Doesn't Hostel end with him kidnapping a child to get back at a murderer? Like, what did he... I get, like... Because it kind of ends where you're like, haha, he got one over on the bad guy. But then what does he do with the kid? Because, like, they're on a train. He knows where they're going to end up.
Ruh-roh.
Andre, so 7 is not a favorite film? 7 is not a torture porn movie. I mean, it has some really intense stuff in it. But it's not... That, I mean, there's also a really interesting murder mystery going on in that movie, and a brilliant performance by Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman.
Where is it? Iron Frenzy 217. I did not like Borat. Too crude.
I can see that. I liked Borat. I haven't watched it in forever.
I can see why people don't like Borat. Because of they're just kind of mean to people.
A little bit.
That maybe they shouldn't be mean to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it when people are mean to people and they don't know why. Like I like roasts are fun because you're in on it. Like
yeah.
Two people are agreed and you're gonna get made fun of and it's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Where that is a little different. That they're just filming reactions, and so I understand why people don't love that. It's the same thing with This Is America, his show that he had, where he just...
Oh, This Is America?
What?
Wasn't it called This Is America?
Yeah, something like that. And I love that show, but it is... it is one of those things... Like, I think if the person's in a position of power, like Bernie Sanders or something, make fun of him all you want.
Yeah.
But if it's just a guy down the road, it does feel a little icky.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, they're just trying their best. Yeah, make fun of politicians all you want, or like people that are definitely messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when he was with OJ, that's awesome. That's exactly what you should be doing.
Jay, what's your favorite and least favorite movies? So I can call you a fucking loser for liking movies I haven't seen. God, I like my favorite movies. There's probably a list of 100 of my favorite movies. Least favorite? There's not that many. Probably the 3 or whatever I was thinking of when I said I didn't finish them or didn't like them. I don't know. I mean, Mad Max Fury Road, all the Star Warses except Clone Wars or Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is I like The Phantom Menace, even though it's boring. Attack of the Clones just has nothing redeeming about it except for some of the spaceships are cool. And Episode 3 annoys me because it just sets everything up but it does a bad job. Bernie Marceau, the only Saw movie I saw was the second one, truly haunting for a 14-year-old like me. I don't think I finished the second one either. It was a little too mean. And a little too, like, they really show you everything in terms of the torture. Shak R, how do you get into Star Wars Legion for under $60? You get the core box with a friend. I've seen them go for $80 on Amazon. I wish I had bought it. I saw it go for $70 on Amazon for it was on sale a day, and I should have bought it, but I didn't. But yeah, you go in with a friend, then it's $40, and you get a proper army and stuff.
Yeah, but what if you have to buy friends?
That's true. Champ Style, JD like Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser. I like Hellraiser 2. It's a direct sequel, and it's really good. Also, I really like Hellraiser 1. I don't like Hellraiser 3 as much. And for Hellraiser 4, I don't think they got the actor back. And so it kind of suffers.
Chicky Nugs, so there's a chance Jay loved the Minions movie.
I did not see the Minions movie.
But you'd probably love it.
Colton Lane. The only good part of Attack of the Clones is the last 30 minutes on Geonosis, but that's not enough to save the movie at all. Oh yeah, and Attack of the Clones definitely wins for worst lightsaber fight in all of Star Wars. The one between Count Poo-Poo and Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda. Boy, is that a lame lightsaber fight. Limbo the Dude. Two of my favorite movies are RoboCop and Predator. Yeah, those are great movies. I've seen them both many, many, many times. Limbo the Dude. Predator is rude because of the anti-gay slur at the beginning, but then the guy dies, so it's funny. You know what's really funny is that guy who dies first, he was brought in to punch up the script for Predator. And apparently, he must have written, because his character says very rude things and then dies, and he directed the new Predator movie that apparently sucked. And so I think that's funny. He wasn't good at writing Predator stuff back in the day, and then he was not good at writing new Predator stuff.
Amazing.
Although he might have gotten screwed over by the
Disney, like everyone
does. Yeah, he got screwed over by Disney, even though it was not a Disney company. But because there was production photos of Predators in human tanks, and apparently they did not let him put that in the movie. And so I kind of like to think that he was like, all right, well, then I'll just tank the movie. If they're not going to let me do this dumb thing, then I'm just not going to try. You're in. It's gonna be bad when it's an action movie and Keegan-Michael Key is in it as one of the goons, as one of the mercenaries.
Yeah.
That's just boy, is that an interesting choice. Like, yeah, the first Predator movie had Carl Weathers, Stallone, Jesse the Body Ventura. Who should we get? Let's get Keegan-Michael Key. People will, yeah.
Yeah, people will love it.
Let's get Keegan-Michael Key and the guy from Downton Abbey.
I mean, sometimes you make mistakes.
Kino Cananas, didn't Hellraiser have a comic where the old-timey detective became Pinhead or something? Have I sniffed too much glue? I haven't read any of the comics. Don't Call Me Shirley. Favorite Tarantino flick? Definitely Django Unchained, but they're all great. They're all great.
I like Inglourious Bastards.
That's a really good one. Bernie
It's a
Marceau
really good one.
can confirm the new Predator is beyond underwhelming. Not sure whose fault it was. I think it was everyone's fault. Cryptic Pain, hi, my first visit. Thanks for the vids. I just went through some of your old vids for ideas for a desert base. Peyton's Space Cowboy. Neat. Welcome.
Awesome. Did you go back all the way to 2014? That was a wild time.
Don't come here, Shirley. Full Metal Jacket, Iron Giant, and Airplane. Wow, that is quite a diverse selection of movies.
Yeah, it is. Dude, the Simpsons movie is garbage, but I love it.
You know what? I've never seen an episode of The Simpsons. I have seen The Simpsons movie. And there's only two things I remember. There's two jokes I remember. And there's actually only two jokes that I remember of the whole movie, but there's a good one where they're putting a dome over the city, and one guy is scared to get trapped outside of the dome, but he's also scared of getting trapped inside the dome, so he gets squished. Mm-hmm. And then there's another good joke where the President Schwarzenegger, he's planning on blowing up the city, and he has a contingency where everyone's GPS is just gonna say nowhere instead of whatever the town name is. Mm-hmm. That's all I remember from the whole movie.
There's also Spider Pig.
Oh yeah, Spider Pig. Yeah,
that's a
the trailer moment.
Yeah.
And it's Mega. The first Pacific Rim was really good. It was. I liked Pacific Rim. I think I've liked all of the Guillermo del Toro movies, except maybe I thought that Pan's Labyrinth was a little bit. I mean, it's brilliant. It's really good, but it's also like really, really, really harsh. I don't know if chat if anyone in chat has seen this movie. It's only in Spanish too. Because I mean Guillermo del Toro is Spanish, but it's hard to watch. It's pretty brutal. Like cruel to children, cruel to adults. Really, really harsh war scenes. Kina Kinones, seasons 1 through 7 of The Simpsons were my favorite, but I am basic.
I mean, those are the best seasons.
Quinoa Quinones. Pan's Labyrinth was so depressing in the best way possible. Yeah, for me it was a little much. It was a little much. I mean, like, one of the first things you see is the bad general guy, like, executing a father and son by beating his face in with a wine glass, and you like see the face crumple. It's a lot.
I mean, that sounds just like another Friday night for me.
Mm-hmm. Lucky Bat. Pan's Labyrinth is a lot. It is a lot. They're the real black tux. Jay, do you speak Spanish? No, not really. I've tried to learn a few times. I can understand some. Like, I can understand my grandma, but that's about it. I don't speak it well.
Me, on the other hand.
Absolutely fluent.
Yeah.
Yo no hablan una palabra de español. I do not speak a word of Spanish. Lucky Bat. Like when you see the guy sew his lip closed. Oh my god, that scene goes on for like 2 minutes. I think Guillermo has learned balance. Because that was one of his earlier movies too. And so it's brilliant, but it's unfocused. And his newer movies are all really, really tight. I loved Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I think he produced Mama, which is a wonderful horror movie. Obviously, Pacific Rim, Gold. Killer Bean is my favorite movie. I've never seen that.
Brother dude, kind of strange how Jay isn't into the beating scene since he did that to everyone in high school and prison.
Everyone. Oh yeah, I was in jail every day until yesterday for murder.
For murder. Yep, you just got out. When are you getting your the teardrop tattoo?
Mm-hmm. No, I have dozens. They're on my butt. Chicken Nose, Pan's Labyrinth was a masterpiece of a movie. It's really felt like a grim fairy tale in how it presented a cruel world with an equally cruel fantasy world. The art design really made the movie. Yeah, I think that the double dose of cruel was a lot for me. I also thought it was really sad at the end of the movie when, spoiler alert, she goes to the fantasy world and she meets her new parents. And it's like, she doesn't know these people. I mean, I get one of them was her mom, but it felt very impersonal. Like, I wanted her to get a hug. And she doesn't get a hug. She gets to, like, stand before the king. Cryptic Pan, Akira is top tier. I need to watch Akira. I really, really like Ghost in the Shell. And I like 90s animes, because they're a little bit grittier. And they have nothing to do with school children.
Why would you watch it then? I don't get it.
Champ Styles, Goodfellas is one of my favorite. Goodfellas is really, really good. I remember I watched that at work. Because it was me and my manager, and it was a slow day, and we were talking about movies, and I said that I had not seen Goodfellas, so we dropped everything and we watched the entire movie. It's like a 2.5 hour movie. It was great. Standing in front of the little crap computer we had in the warehouse.
That's hilarious. Standing.
Mm-hmm. Because if we sat, people would come into the warehouse and bother us.
Of course.
Gnar King, watch Akira? I will. Don't call me Shirley. Watch Cowboy Bebop? No. I'm sure it's very good. I haven't found an anime an anime show I like. It's not my thing. I will watch Akira though. It looks dope. I've seen clips. It's really cool.
I won't watch it. I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, Nick, total weeb. Total weeb. I mean, you know, Nick, he's always talking about Kill a Kill, B&H, God, I can't even think of more anime.
Exactly.
Full Metal Alchemist, Naruto.
I have seen some of the Full Metal Alchemist or whatever it is. I've seen a couple episodes and nah.
Mm-hmm. Nar, King. Anime isn't my thing either, but it's worth a watch. Nah. Somebody else said Bleach. It takes so goddamn long to watch. I mean, all of these anime shows have like 50 seasons.
That is true. It is hard to get into something when it's long and you know it's a commitment.
Like, the movies are short and sweet.
Yeah, you keep shaking that paint. Okay.
Oh, another thing I noticed in 8, which was kind of funny, or in 9, because I just watched the beginning of 9. But they run into Billy D. Williams, a.k.a. Lando. And they react to Lando how I would react to Lando. But they don't know Lando. Like, they're like, oh my god, it's General Lando Calrissian. Number one, not a general. I mean, he was a general for the day he helped fight the second Death Star, but do you stay a general? And then they're like, oh my goodness, it's such an honor to meet you. They don't know this guy. He was here. He was at the festival dropping acid. Like, my favorite Lando moment is in Rebels, because he shows up in Rebels, and they don't like him because Lando's kind of a bad guy. Like, he's not a villain, but he's kind of a cheat. And so, me as the audience watching him in Rebels, I love it because I recognize Lando and his mannerisms, but the characters don't like him because of the things he does. And I actually thought that was a much cleverer take than having the characters be like, oh my goodness, it's such an honor to meet Billy D. Williams. Like, that's how I would react to real-life Billy D. Williams. Shashank R. I was starting out in Malifaux, and I love the Nelly core box. Do you think the Guild faction journalists are good option? I don't know. I don't know Nelly. I'm sure I've seen the models before. The Guild has a bunch of cool models in it. I don't know if there's any poor choices in Malifaux. Everything is pretty cool. Ominous Mecha. He stayed a general. Okay. Once a general, always a general. Hondo Onaka is kind of funny. Oh, Hondo Onaka is awesome.
Amazing. Flimbo the Dude, it was so sweet how Jay saw Nick get bullied and went into a rage and beat the bullies so hard they had no spin left to protect them.
Yes.
And would act as a guardian with his murder boxing skills. Very kind. Yeah, they called me a nerd. And Jay would not have that. Don't call me Shirley. Can Games Workshop go back to pewter?
No. God, no.
I think they should.
They should go back to lead.
Yeah, give us what we really want. Lead poisoning. Lead.
Shawshank R. I don't have a friend to share the core box, so what do I do? The core box for Malifaux? Is there such a thing? I thought each faction has its own core box.
Or for Legion.
Well, for Legion, I think you really should try to get in with a friend. Otherwise, you're definitely not guaranteed to ever get to play it.
With any game.
With any game. Yeah. You still, if you buy the core box and you put together both factions, you might be able to convince some people to give it a try, since they can just come into it without any investment. So that's
play by yourself.
Or you can play by yourself. Goonhammer actually has some solo play X-Wing rules that I kind of want to try. Cryptic Pan tips some cash towards a Vortex paint mixer. The poor paint pots. Never. I need the exercise of shaking my own paint.
That's not the only thing you'll be shaking later.
Yeah. Some primer.
Exactly.
Don't call me Shai. So you're telling me that I can melt down lead models and make bullets? You could.
Yeah, do it. Coec 15324 Solo X-Wing. Sorry, Nick, you've been replaced.
Yeah, that's the hard part with all of these tabletop games. That you need another person.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big ask.
It is. But it really is the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
For it to be really effective. But yeah. I haven't dry brushed in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like skulls are made for dry brushing, and that's just what they do.
Yeah. One of these days, this dry brush is gonna skull all over you.
Exactly. Sounds a little inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Kino Kinone's hot take: Nick can outburp Jay.
And definitely tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've
Yeah,
burped yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It must just be how tired I am.
Mm-hmm. You have no energy to burp.
No energy to burp.
Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, it's been quite the week for some reason.
Holy moly, has it ever?
And only the patrons really know
Mm-hmm.
kind of what's going on. But can't wait for tomorrow to be done.
Yeah.
A little bit. But it's also fun. It's wild.
Oh yeah.
Wild world.
This is probably a poor decision. I want to darken everything. I don't know. This model needs a little rescuing. I don't know if I'm the man for the job. It looks very like I've never painted a model abstractly. I don't know if I like it.
Someone said synthwave.
Synthwave. It is, yeah, very synthwavy. But like it doesn't look believable. Like this person would really look like this. And so I'm trying to make it look like maybe it's just the lighting is making it look so weird.
Paint like a disco ball texture on it.
So I'm trying to darken everything.
Tom, just force your GF to play with you like
exactly.
everyone does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let her win the first couple of times, and then always crush her. Turn 1 or turn 2, just destroy. Take no prisoners.
It's just like last week on our call-in stream with Prussian Blue.
Yeah.
With the brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, has he ever won? Nope.
No.
Don't let him win.
He has to learn
so much. I know. I love that so much. And I remember just saying, "Let him win. Give him one."
Don't call me Shai. Have you ever thought about doing a charity live stream? We don't make that much from the live streams. We don't really make much of anything from the live streams.
Although, yeah, you know, maybe people, maybe if we did like an event or something.
Yeah.
Like if we did a 24-hour, or we did something.
Yeah.
That could maybe do something.
Yeah, that'd be definitely a really good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. I think for the normal, an hour-long stream, I don't think it really works.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I think if it was something special.
Yeah.
Like if Games Workshop sent us the.
Oh yeah.
If Games Workshop sent us something.
Yeah, they should send us a bunch. They should send us like 2 to keep and 4 to give away.
Yeah, guys, put that in your letter.
Mm-hmm.
To Games Workshop. About us and why we deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this looks good. I beat my friend so bad he sold his army and doesn't play now. Let people win sometimes is the lesson. Is that true? Because if that's true, you're a naughty boy.
I remember a certain YouTuber who was very unhappy with the rules for 8th edition was like, I haven't lost a game of 40k in 3 years. And I'm like, you're the worst person to play against in the whole world. Like, if you always beat your friends, then change up how you play. So that they can win sometimes. Like, everyone should win about half the time. And everyone should lose about half the time. Otherwise, you're not being a good player. I mean, you're playing very well, but you're being a dick.
I guess especially if you're playing with the same people over and over and over again. It's like, what if you win all the time, but you play different people?
That might be fine, but
then you're just sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kovac 15324. I want to play to the judges for EOB challenge. You think you'd like a backstory that is inspired by Bad Hot Take, Kylo, or a ripoff of an anime character with fascinating philosophy on despair? I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure. The Real Black Tux. Jay, what do you play in 40k? Necron, Space Marines, Gene Stealer Cult, and I also have some Orcs and Grey Knights, but they've never seen tabletop or playtime.
I play Orcs. Thanks for asking.
I bought a knight. I brought a knight for the first time and stomped him. He sold 2,000 points of Custodians and Blood Angels. Custodians and Blood Angels should be able to take down a knight. They have some good options.
I mean, it sounds like your friend's a loser.
Bernie Marceau, don't think win rates should be 50-50, but give them a chance sometimes. Yeah, I mean every loss for you is someone else's victory, so you gotta try to help them enjoy it.
And then you can also say that you let them win because you're so nice. And then, then technically you've never lost a game because you just let other people win.
I remember somebody I used to play X-Wing with a lot. They would always beat me because they were just better at the game. And they took it way more seriously and competitively, where I would do things for my own enjoyment, like take different ships and do interesting things with list building, where he would just play the same list that worked all the time. But if the few times I beat him, he would forfeit when he saw he was losing. Which is no fun. Don't do that. Unless your opponent is like cool with it. Like, we don't need to keep playing this out. Let's just end now and then maybe start a new one or something. But yeah, I mean, cuz you'd be having a lot of fun if you were winning against someone. And so don't take away their fun just cuz you're losing. Lose gracefully.
And that gentleman did not lose gracefully.
No.
Wonder what that guy's up to right now. Don't call me Shirley. Is there any other 40k YouTubers in your area? I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Wouldn't that be fun? Like right down the street? I would really like that.
Literally, wouldn't it be funny if there was one right down the street and we never knew? Like, literally, like the next street over.
Yeah, Miniac lives right by us.
Probably not. It's a niche in a niche. The YouTube 40k community.
Exactly.
I love when I click on like a clickbaity normal YouTube video and then all of a sudden I start getting recommended like what real people watch. like,
Right.
random white guy speaks perfect Mandarin. Kitten falls out of cardboard box.
You wouldn't believe what I got my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this video looks dumb. Oh, 17 million views. Okay.
I guess I'm wrong.
Lucky bad. Hot 40k YouTubers in your area. Akinono's.
Just us.
Will Nick paint the Great White Squig for the channel? Probably not, but I will.
Yep.
I want the Great White Squig. Maybe that'd be a good stream project.
That would be a good stream project.
Jazz, right? What's your favorite new orc model reveal? Probably the Great White Squig.
Mm-hmm.
I like all of the models, except for the wagon thing, but they're all really cool.
I don't like the house or whatever the hell it is, the bunker.
I'm okay with the bunker.
It looks like the terrain.
It does look like the train. I like the train though.
I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything else has to be. I don't know. Everything.
I
else
mean,
is just so much
it's not
cooler.
exciting. It's just terrain.
No. Yep.
I don't like it as much as the Gene Stealer Cult's big drill terrain. Although it's probably just as functional, because none of the train pieces really work that well.
Mm-hmm. The real Black Tux, do you live next to Squidmar?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we see Emil all the time.
Yep. Remember Emil DeBeck from South Pacific?
Some enchanted evening, when you hear her calling.
Yep.
It
is a fun musical and racist.
Oh my God, is it ever?
But the music's really good.
I love when the soldier has just had sex with the villager, and he's like, "Oh, you're just a kid."
Yep, because she is a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it hits a little differently.
It does.
2021.
Oh
than
yeah.
it did then, I'm sure. I'm sure back in the 40s or whenever it came out, they're like, ha 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 ha. I'm sure that's what they were doing.
That is what they're like.
Yeah, that is exactly what they're like.
Mm-hmm.
Those salty sailors.
Champ Styles, haven't played in Warhammer since Star Wars Legion took the spotlight, but do legit want to play your Necrons, especially with those badass swarms you constructed. Hell yeah.
What's your exact address? We'll be there we'll be there real quick.
The Varin Sky. Do you guys ever give your opinion on Kill Team Opteria set? If that's the name, it sucks, but it's really cool. It's a really cool set.
Mm-hmm.
It should be called Kill Team Kriegork. Kriegork. 101 pounds of fun. That's my little honey bun.
Honey bun. Ah. Exactly. It's a fun musical.
It is.
Yeah. Remember when it was like fucking 3 hours long or 2.5 hours?
Oh yeah.
And that was shortened from
it
what it was originally. But it makes sense though. Like back in the day. Like,
oh yeah, that was your day.
That was your day.
Your day was getting ready to go see it and then seeing it.
Exactly. But now with everything so easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the first piece of media you're seeing that day.
It's like John Mulaney's joke where it's like, oh god, it's the old times. We got to put on all those layers and find some real slow stuff to fill the day.
Exactly.
James Barber Johnston. Tempted to leave a dislike, but I don't want to be the one who ruins the 69. Yeah. Man, do you remember the debacle in South Pacific? The badly called Q to yes. Black. Oh yep. God, that was quite a moment.
That was quite the moment. Where the stage manager got yelled at so bad. I mean, she was a weak person anyway. Yeah. So she cried, and then even I got yelled at because I followed what the stage manager said. But apparently we were just supposed to know better.
Yeah.
But, we were also told to follow the stage manager.
Yeah, I mean, that show, I was busy the whole show, and so as soon as the stage manager said to do something, I did it.
I was busy too. Sitting around.
Yeah. Man, that show was crazy with the fly cues.
Yep. Oh yeah.
There was one time
that show was crazy with the hitting the go button.
Yeah, you had to press a button. We were both getting paid to work, and I was like sweating and running around, and you were in a nice booth pushing the buttons.
Oh, air conditioned. Like
air conditioned, yeah.
Best case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the? Was it that show? I think no. I think it was. There was a group of Chinese tourists that were there. Like they were. Do you remember that?
No. No. I think you're right.
I think it was that.
And
show.
They were at a dress rehearsal, right?
Yeah, they were at a dress rehearsal, and then there was a tornado warning or watch, and we had to leave.
Yeah, and I was like, so excited because I thought for sure I'm gonna get to go home. Nope. Not only did I not get to go home, but it started to leak in the theater, and I had to mop up the leak. And then get back to work.
Was that one day we had to go all the way up and put down tarps or put down buckets?
It might have been the same day.
Yeah, that one was. God, I didn't even think about that until just now.
Mm-hmm. I remember. One of my favorite moments from South Pacific was it was a rehearsal, but Tom came up to me, and the one of the set pieces, it was like a big curtain, and it was tangled, and so Tom was like, well, you know what, the musical cue is pretty long, why don't you go grab a couple of ladders and fix it right now? And then I said, sure thing, Tom. And then I said into the mics, nobody move, stay in places, it's not that long.
Mm-hmm.
Because imagine the curtains goes up and we're trying to... there's ladders on set? I mean, no.
Yeah. He's quite the guy.
Yeah. That show, though, as much goddamn work as it was really fun because I was in charge.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, is it fun to be in charge.
That's always the best part of everything.
Oh, God. What was the name of I don't remember the name of my crew members, which is sad, but one guy kept going to the bathroom, or he kept leaving?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
His name was George, right?
George. It was George. And, oh, my gosh, what a goose. But,
I mean, we kept making fun of him.
I know.
And going to the bathroom all the time.
I think he would hide in the bathroom and like be on his phone, which is fair. But like he could have just told me he's gonna leave and go play on his phone, and I would have been like, "Cool, I'll text you when it's time." But I remember it became a thing, and I would make the other guy laugh so hard because I'd walk up to him and be like, "Hey, where's George?" And he'd be like, "George is just gone."
Yeah. Don't call me Shirley. Nick, can I commission a dancer pole from you? Yes. Please do.
Have you guys ever met that guy? Yeah. I mean, I think I described my that guy. Just a sore winner and a sore loser.
All rolled into one.
No fun to play with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just straight up sore.
And it was great. I mean, he was the reason we played with him is because he played the games.
Yeah.
And we didn't know anyone else who played the games, but he also couldn't drive, so we had to go pick him up and drop him off. And he never a thank you.
Never a thank you.
Never.
Even me.
Yeah.
Well, even you, because I lived near that guy, so
Mhm.
I could kind of see him not saying thank you because it's like, well, you might as well. You're on the way.
Yeah.
But
No, for me, it's
you
out. Yeah,
out of the way.
it took a long ass time to drive everyone home when I was driving.
Exactly. He could drive too. He just
Yeah, he just did.
didn't. He didn't. He
Yeah.
just didn't do it because he's lazy. That's always the annoying thing.
Mhm. If I don't drive, it'll work itself out. I think that's the logic.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If I don't drive, then my mommy can drive me, and then it's better for me. Is the logic. Yep. I knew someone else who they never learned how to drive because they were too scared to do it. And I don't nope. I don't know how you can live how can you do anything then? Like how can you live your life if you're too scared to drive? That is difficult.
Some
picking
enchanted
skulls.
evening.
When is the Eon's Battle version of that coming out?
It makes an appearance in the show Better Call Saul. Saul sings Bally High.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Remember we had to build a working shower?
Yeah.
Which really, we did it in a very dumb way. Because it was the first time I think we'd ever done, or anyone had done something like that. But what we should have done is we should have put a nozzle on the end of one of the paint sprayers. Because she just turns it on for a second.
Yeah.
That would have pumped out some nice water for a second. Or for the 20 seconds it's on.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't have spilled everywhere every night and been a disaster. And really heavy.
Yep. But as you all know, Cabaret is one of the best musicals of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Cabaret is so good. Creepy and dark and fun, and creepy and dark and fun.
Bloody Mary is the girl I love. Bloody Mary is the girl I love.
Yeah.
I had to build shrunken heads for that show. It was fun.
Yeah.
I remember I worked really... Tom told me to build shrunken heads and then walked away, and I built a shrunken head out of paper, and I put it in eyes, and it looked amazing. And then Tom came out and he's like, this is pretty good, but actually don't do any of that. Just paint the naked stuff. They were made out of mushroom and sawdust because we were trying out homemade foam. And I'm like, Tom, that's gonna... I didn't say this to his face, but I'm like, that's gonna look like garbage. And then I did it, and I thought they looked really bad, and Tom was like, perfect. And then he put them on set, and they looked amazing.
Yeah.
Because from a distance, they really looked the part. They had a good texture.
Exactly. Iron Frenzy 217. I've known a few people who are too scared to drive. One with a protective, accommodating mother. He's in his 30s. Yeah, that's yep.
I'm turning 30, and all my stupid friends are having stupid children. Boy, if anybody in the audience hasn't seen Bo Burnham's Inside, it is an event.
Apparently, it's gonna be, or it's on the list to be nominated or something for an Emmy.
Oh, cool!
But for the song "Comedy," which is interesting.
I mean, it's not a bad song, but
yeah, people speculate because it's slightly woke. Then that's why it's the one.
Interesting.
But
it is one of the longer songs.
It is one of the longer ones.
It'd be I guess it really would be something if he won for like one of the songs that's like 50 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it should, but I mean, obviously, I don't know. It's not obviously, but Welcome to the Internet is so good.
I think Welcome to the Internet though is too good to win.
Yeah. Chicky Nugs, yeah, I'm too scared to drive myself. Why I ride a motorcycle?
Yeah. Vroom vroom.
The Real Black Tux. Do either of you play Smash Bros? If so, who do you play? Don't play it.
For a second, I thought you were talking about Smash Mouth. I'm like, somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Look what you've done.
No, what was it? Smash, like the game where you mash buttons and everyone loves it? Nah, that game sucks.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't like it either.
I've played it a bunch of times and I've never had fun.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat on the other hand.
Well, Mortal Kombat's a little different though, because you square up. It's not just a mash, like it's not a free for all.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just one. It's just two people.
It sets up an interesting like idea. It's like, I'm this person, you're that person. Let's see who wins. Whereas like Smash is like, all right, there's like 9 pop culture characters on screen. Let's see who exists after a minute and 20 seconds. It doesn't have as interesting a question to it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly I'm right because it's not a very popular game. Very few people play it. There's only ever been one game. It's not on its like 10th version.
Yeah, and there's never been tournaments for it.
Never.
Because of how much nobody cares about it.
It's a little indie game that never really caught on.
Yep. And we're not joking, folks. We know exactly what we're talking about. So we don't even want to hear it. Yet another spicy take from Jay Jaderson.
Yeah.
I prefer Jason Mraz.
Oh God, which Jason Mraz? He did.
I'm Yours.
I'm Yours. Yeah, that boy did that song. That was huge in high school.
It was before high school.
Was it? Oh yeah, I guess it was. Middle school. Yeah.
I'm Yours.
Did he have any other songs? I mean, obviously he did, but like, were there other ones that blew up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Tom, Smash Bros. Is just to play with your annoying little cousin. Yeah, exactly. Native Noir, Bo Burnham being sad that that he's in a room and depressed and he's alive isn't Emmy worthy. Read a book, guys. Read a book. Which Bo Burnham special is that one? Is that the read a book?
That's
Magic isn't real, you idiots. Read a book. It's the beginning of the middle one, I think.
Yeah, yep. Beginning of the middle one. It's not words. It's the one after that. What?
Yeah. It's what? Words, what? Mm-hmm. And make happy. And inside. Which is just a straight upwards diagram of quality.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Iron Frenzy 217, when calculating weapon distance, do you use the weapon itself or the model's base? I don't know. I think it's different for 40k and Kill Team. I think from Kill Team it's base. I think 40k might be the model. Because in 40k, not all models have bases. Most models do, but not all.
Yep.
Don't come actually. What is the best one? Definitely inside, and then make
I
happy.
think, yeah. But that's kind of hard to. I mean, that's hard to say
Mm-hmm.
because they're all like masterpieces.
Yeah. It's so hard to be a lizard. Tiny arms, itchy gizzard.
They really like inside.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, can you even imagine being inside, surrounded by power cords and batteries and lights?
Yeah, exactly. Remember, I mean, one of the first things when we both watched it, and then I saw you, and I'm like, doesn't that hit a little too close to home?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
The one song that really hits hard for me is the
Inside Again.
Inside Again. I mean, yeah, Inside Again is crazy, but the Do You Like the Show? Oh my god! Every video I make I go through that song.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have your attention? Are you on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
I'd ask you, but don't answer, 'cause I don't want to know.
Yep, that is a really good one.
But look, I made you some content. Daddy made you your favorite. Open wide. Here comes the content. Exactly.
Exactly. Don't call me Shirley.
If that doesn't win an Emmy, what would?
Something else.
Some dumb thing from someone else.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Don't call me Shirley. What is the best one?
What?
Don't call me Shirley. Country song is one of my favorites. Lower Expectations is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chicky Nugs. Nick beating it for Harambe. Classic. Oh yeah.
Bud Light with the logo facing out. My mind is pandering. I write songs for the people who do jobs in the towns that I'd never move to.
Legalize gerrymandering.
Tolerate my pandering. Yeah, I could probably sing all of Inside. Like right now. Just go. And do it perfectly with every word right. Ugh. His movie is very good. 8th Grade.
It is very good. We watched it in theaters.
Yeah.
Remember seeing that and just being like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is just...
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Good movies.
I watched it, I don't know, probably 2 years ago again. A year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
On because I think it's on, maybe, I don't know if it still is, on Amazon Prime.
Ah. You can have whatever McDonald's sauce you want, because I like all the sauces.
Aww.
I mean, that sounds like kid dialogue.
It does. And it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy how it does. They feel like kids, and
Yeah.
that is so rare.
The first time in a movie, probably, where kids feel like kids.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's just obviously good writing, but also just really, really great direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he said in an interview, like, he watched so many YouTube videos with kids in it.
Ah, nice.
To figure out how they spoke.
Yeah.
And that is amazing.
Down, Comic Shirley. Imagine inside of it is Jeff Dunham. Oh God, Jeff Dunham. Ugh. I don't like Jeff Dunham. I don't get it with the puppets. The only thing cool about Jeff Dunham is he actually makes the puppets, which is kind of cool. He's good at making puppets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're good puppets.
I wonder if in
three.
Yeah, in the ventriloquism circle, I wonder if there's like a stigma against people who don't make their own puppets.
Oh, there has to be.
You know who's great? Who's a great ventriloquist? Well, not a ventriloquist. There's a guy called Randy Feltface. And he doesn't. It's not a ventriloquism. He just performs his act, but he is a Muppet, and so he does a stand-up set, but from behind a little fake desk with the Muppet out, and it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Randy Feltface. If you like Jeff Dunham, go check out Randy Feltface. And if you don't like Jeff Dunham, check out Randy Feltface. It's very funny. I think 2 of his sets are on YouTube. Chicken eggs. Man, whatever happened to the greats like Carlos Mencia and Amy Schumer? People these days. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think I've seen a Amy Schumer special, but I don't remember it. I've never seen a Carlos Mencia special.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you've seen other comedians, you've seen the Carlos Mencia's work. That was a good burn. Mm-hmm. Because he stole people's jokes. Yeah, there was apparently he's coming to Chicago or something, and so I saw ads for it, and everyone in the comments of the ads were just tearing him apart. Like, oh, I wonder whose jokes he's doing this time around. It was so funny.
Boy, is he still known for stealing jokes? Like he hasn't. Wow.
He's never gotten past it because he's never apologized like openly to the people or anything. Like he refuses. Like he says that he's never. That yeah. I don't know. I
mean, yeah, you can't steal jokes. Mm-hmm. And it'd be Joe Rogan made a good point because he was the one who really went after him.
Yeah.
But Joe Rogan made a good point where he's like, who gets called a thief who isn't a thief? Like, why would people just accuse him of stealing jokes?
Yeah. Right, and him specifically.
Yeah.
And Amy Schumer has gotten in trouble for that, too.
Yeah, I watched something. But the tricky thing with Amy Schumer, though, is she puts out, like, 10 trillion things a year.
It's, she says it's parallel thinking. And it might be. Who knows?
I think it might be. I think it might just be volume.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, she like, I think she has a special every year and a TV show and a couple of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be hard not for some jokes to overlap.
Mm-hmm.
But
Champ Styles, he's as bad as Dane Cook.
I don't know Dane Cook very much.
It's been a while since I've heard any Dane Cook. I remember he was big in middle school. Don't Call Me Shirley, Jim Jeffries, Bo Burnham, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr are my favorite comedians.
Solid list. Have you ever seen Jim Jeffries? Jim Jeffries had a show for a little while, like a news show, and it was pretty good. But there's the bloopers are on YouTube, and it's amazing. He just apparently they really dolled him up in the final edit because he's just screwing everything up, and just doing a really bad job. It's great. It's really cool.
Apparently, that's what happens with Norm Macdonald in anything that he's ever been in ever.
Oh God, what was I watching? On Conan. Conan has a podcast. It's always guest based. So some of the guests are good and some of the guests are bad. But he had on someone, and they were talking about how the comedians that they love, and they're like, wow, we really, really, it seems like we both really, really connect to people who work really, really hard. And then they brought up Norm Macdonald, and they're like, I don't think Norm works that hard, but he's the best of all of us.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
God, is Norm Macdonald funny?
He's very funny. Yeah.
God, Norm.
I mean, it's because it's funny. The reason why he's so funny is because he is probably the smartest person in the room, but he pretends to be the dumbest person that's ever existed. And so he can really twist things around, which is fun.
And he's just so, like, it doesn't matter to him if he gets the joke, or if anyone laughs, or if people get angry. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Go. Apparently, I don't think I've seen this in a while, but he did a roast once,
mm-hmm.
and he didn't do a joke at all in his roast, and Comedy Central cut in laughter so that it looked like he wasn't bombing, but apparently in session he bombed the whole time. But the other comedians on stage knew what he was doing and loved it because he's so fearless. He doesn't care.
No. Yeah, if he loves it if he doesn't get a laugh. He'll push it harder. And yeah, I mean it's there. Not only are Norm Macdonald compilations amazing, there's compilations of other comedians doing Norm Macdonald jokes, and those are just as funny because you can tell every comedian is just like, we don't get how it is how he does what he does, but he's the best at it in the world. Don't call me Shirley. Joe Rogan's stand-up is god-awful. Interesting. I've heard this from a couple of people that they really don't like Joe. I've watched a couple of his sets and they're fine. Definitely not my fave, but maybe I haven't heard of a lot of his new stuff. But he's not. He's just whatever. He's had a couple of really good bits that are now clips on YouTube, and those are pretty fun. Like, he has a great one about the difference between Trump as president and Obama as president, and that one's pretty great. And there's another good one about you take somebody, throw them into the woods, and see how long it takes for them to send you an email. Kipper66, his delivery is shit. Some of the jokes are good. I don't know. I think it's all right. I don't know that much comedy. Like, I don't know everyone.
I mean, does anyone know everyone?
I don't know. He seems fine. But I do know a lot of people really hate him, which is interesting.
I mean, I think people don't like him because he looks like a bully. I truly believe that he's hard to relate to for some people because he looks the way that he looks.
Even though he's like a mega liberal who just loves smoking weed.
Yeah.
Because like in terms of comedians who I don't like, no, Joe Rogan's fine. I like Joe Rogan. I like his podcast, especially when the guest is fun.
Yeah, I mean that's the only.
His show, Joe Rogan Questions Everything, is hilarious. It's really bad. Apparently, you can tell, one episode in, Joe Rogan has already given up. Kipper66, or maybe I'm spoiled with the pure brilliance of British comedians. Okay, yeah, see, that makes perfect sense, because I don't really get British comedy. I like it. I really like, oh god, I'm gonna forget his name now.
Ricky Gervais?
James Acaster. I like him. I mean, I like Ricky Gervais, but he doesn't count as a British comic. No. But yeah. Is everyone on The Office comedians?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, the British Office?
The British Office.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the British Office.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know that much British comedy.
It's not my favorite. I don't like that you can swap out people and it's the same. There's no personality in there compared to American, where it's all stories.
I do like a good story. I'm way more familiar with America. I mean, I think for me, Bill Burr is just genius.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bill Burr. I like someone brought him up earlier. The Australian Jim Jeffries. I love Jim Jeffries. He's super funny, and he's not American. Mm-hmm. Although he's Australian, so he's not British.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Brad IQ Aziz Ansari sets make me want to lobotomize. Never watched anything of his. I think he might be all right, but I hated his character so much on Parks and Recreation that I can't ever watch anything with him.
That's amazing.
He's such a dick. What I don't like The Office, it kind of goes off the rails a little bit in like season 9 where everyone loves each other a little too much. But like Parks and Recreation, like literally everyone becomes a family, and I'm like, this is not. I don't like this. Like the joke of the show is normal people at a crap job, and at the end, like they all are a family.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not funny. It's like cute, and cute is not funny usually. Actually, never. I don't think cute is ever funny.
What if it's a puppy that falls down or something?
Well, yeah, that's pretty funny. Although it might just be so cute it's funny. Because there's no joke. I guess the joke is the falling.
Mm-hmm.
Champ Styles. Bill Burr is the reason why I bought this Mayfield character mini from Skullforge for Star Wars Legion. Oh yeah, and he's in Star Wars. And someone was giving him crap because he makes fun of Star Wars. And he's like, I don't make fun of Star Wars, I make fun of people. Because I'm a comedian, and anything that brings anyone joy, I have to tear it down.
Yep. Love him.
Bernie Marceau, Parks and Recreation got boring towards the end. Yeah, I think, peak Parks and Rec was like season 2 and 3. Don't call me Shirley. How have we forgotten Robin Williams? I've only seen one of Robin Williams specials, and it was pretty good.
I've never been a fan of his stand-up. I'm gonna say that out loud.
I'm not much of an impressions man.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're Norm Macdonald impressions.
Yeah.
It's the only time I like impressions.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Marceau, Ron Swanson is my spirit animal. Champ Styles, the only person that is consistently funny in Parks and Recreation is Ron Swanson. Is it Amy Kemper? Or no, what's the main person on Parks and Rec? Leslie Knope. I forget her name. She's probably, her and Ron are definitely the linchpins of the show. They're both very good. Everyone else is fine. I liked Parks and Rec. I mean, I've watched I don't like it as much as The Office. I adore The Office. It's my comfort show. I know, like, every episode by heart. I watched the Office Ladies podcast with Pam and it's Pam and Angela going episode by episode, and it's kind of fun because there's other Office podcasts where they like talk about The Office and like cool behind the scenes, but they talk about like real behind the scenes, like what was what Steve Carell was talking about his weekend plans that day, or how Mindy Kaling would never ever would ruin 10 takes. Don't call me Shirley. Do you guys like D.L. Hughes? Don't know him.
Don't know.
You know what? Can somebody, before the people who love British comedy, give me some names? I want to try it out. I want to hear some jokes. Here's my phone. I'll write down these names. Dick Sensei, I declare bankruptcy. In the profile picture is Prison Mike. Man, I love The Office. Frankie Boyle, Jimmy Carr, Steve Coogan. Wait, I got a pencil around here somewhere.
Jimmy Carr is funny.
Here, I'll write it on this. I'll write on this bank statement. Frankie Boyle, Jimmy Carr, Steve Coogan, Sean Locke. Oh God, Bill Haley. Are you all Brits? Holy cow, there's a lot of names. Bailey.
Everyone's a Brit.
Someone has to make a Prison Mike Marine. Yo, I'm Prison Mike. Michael McIntry. Mick Lntyre. Steve Fry, Hugh Laurie. Are they really comedians? I mean, Hugh Laurie, laugh riot on House MD. I mean, he is funny in House MD. Joe
Is
Wilkinson.
there more than one?
I don't think so. I mean, Hugh Laurie is very British.
Maybe there's two.
It's great on his audition tape is on YouTube, and he turns Americans so fast, it's amazing. Oh my God, you guys know more British comedians than I know American comedians. Richard Ior. Oh, I've heard of him. I think I might have seen some of his stuff. Noel Fielding. James Acaster, I know. Joel Richardson, David Mitchell. Holy moly. David. Michael. Noel Fielding. Sean Locke. Yeah, I have that one. Eddie Izzard. Okay. Just watch Faulty Towers. I always hear the name Faulty Towers. I don't want to watch any shows. I want to watch sets. Fry and Laurie is old and amazing. Sarah Garcia, Inside by Bo Burnham. I should check that out. That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm. Never seen it.
Holy cow. Graham Chapman.
Is that just Monty
Cleese.
Python? Because John Cleese and Eric Idle are Monty Python.
Well, maybe they have good sets.
And maybe everyone else is. I don't know. But speaking of I don't know, it is 12 o'clock. So,
It does.
we're going to end the stream. And so make sure you go watch all the videos from this past week. And we'll be back with another live stream at 9 p.m. on Monday.
Chuck Norris. I will check out some Chuck Norris stand-up specials.
Exactly.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night. Thank you for all the names. I will report back.
Exactly.
End.